There we go. Hello. Hello, you guys.
Oh, I'll finish giving you that good chili recipe once we're done then, Amy.
Chili recipe. StreamYard actually wouldn't let me in. It was like, no, you may not. So I had to restart it like 3 times. Finally came in, was able to get into it. So hello, sorry for being tardy this evening. We'll just blame it on StreamYard today.
Yes.
We'll blame it on StreamYard. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Thursday. Oh my goodness. It seems like we were just here. I know we have just been, both of us have been super busy doing all sorts of things. I'm still in the middle. I'm down to the last little bit of business taxes, but
we dropped ours off at the accountant this morning, so we're just waiting on a phone call to go pick them up.
Go in Monday. So I just have one more thing I have to finish up, and then I am done with it. Thank goodness. Hello, everyone. And spring has finally arrived here. Well, for the moment, I would say for Michigan.
Yeah,
it was like almost 70 degrees today.
Good. Send it this way. That means if it's that warm for you.
I was just talking to Karen earlier. She said she just had snow a couple days ago. I'm like,
ay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to go all the way as far up as I can go. Well, as far as StreamYard will show me. It looks like Mr. Gavin. He hasn't worked tonight. So he's going to be lurking in other words. So, hi, Gavin. Whenever you can listen and watch. Lisa's here with us. Hey, Lisa. Welcome in. And top 3 tonight is Miss Tracy. Hey, Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
Good to see you, lady. And then I see Miss Lily Pontreges.
Hello, Sharon. Good to see you, friend.
Hello, Sharon. Terry is with us. What is Parmesan doing?
Oh, boy.
I hear him. I hear him, and then I wonder what he's doing.
He's just washing the windows, Amy.
He's going to pull the drapes down. That's what he's going to do. Okay, I will check on that. There's Karen.
Hello,
Hi, Karen. Welcome in. Karen's going to do our bid ending this evening. Thank you in advance, Karen. And Miss Kim is here. Hi, Kim. Good to see you as well. All right, I'm going to try and get through these quickly. There's Mama Pam. Hello, Mama Pam. There is Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Welcome in. There is Miss Janet. Hello. Melanie's with us. Hey, Melanie.
Hi, Mel. Good to see you.
And there's Mama Linda.
Hello, Mom. I love you. Good to see you.
Did you guys have a good Easter?
We did. It was low key. It was very good.
It was the same, pretty much the same over here.
Yeah.
Low key. Let's see. And it was it rainy?
It was.
I feel like it was rainy or something. It wasn't very nice weather on Easter.
Easter was this past weekend, right?
It was. Yeah, it was just a few days ago. I know.
Oh, yeah.
Moose. Hey, Dusty.
Hello, Dusty.
Good to see you. There's Heather Gibbs. Hello, Heather. Scroll. There's Matthew. Hey, Matthew. Thanks for being here. There's Miss Caroline. Hi, Caroline. Speaking of Caroline, well, it's a little over a month since the Midwest.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah. Just pour the anxiety on me, Amy. Well, I'm not even fully ready yet.
Saying, May is not very far away. No, I mean, it's the 9th of April. May is going to be here very soon. Very soon. And hopefully we'll get to see Caroline again at the show.
Hope so. I almost got to see Caroline yesterday. She was in York and was going to come up, but a lot of the malls are closed in Adamstown. So almost got to see Caroline yesterday.
Sandra's here. Hey, Sandra. Good to see you this evening. I was trying to not lose my spot in the chat. There's Krista. Welcome in. There's KP. Hello. There's Miss Shannon Farrar. Hello. Just a lot of everybody just saying hello to one another. I think I got everybody in the chat.
Oh, she says the hotel is booked.
Hotel is booked. She's ahead of the game. All right. Well, I think I got everybody.
You better book our hotel room.
I know. I should do mine as well. should do mine too.
I can't. I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, Caroline, if we can't get a room, maybe we can bunk with you guys. So we better book that room. I better make a note.
Yeah.
Woo!
Paula just popped in the bottom of the chat. She's here. Well, welcome, Paula. Good to see you. All right, I am going to get our slides over here. Pretty much all of you are familiar with this. I did get rid of the just in case slide. Most of you are very familiar with how just in case works. But if anybody is new joining us tonight and wants me to go over that, I will. But I kind of tried to condense everything down a little bit, just so it doesn't take so much time to go through. Just make sure you're logged in. That's how you can type in the live chat. And you want to be in your chat settings. Make sure in live chat all messages, not top chat. And refresh often. Of course, you guys know where to find the gear wheel icon to do the refresh on your phone or tablet. That's where you can find it. If you tap on the screen, you can also find it if you're watching on the computer. I don't know if there is a refresh gear wheel playback speed thing on the TV. I don't know that. If anybody does, please let me know, because I would like to know that information to pass on. We will be doing auction style. Jason does have a quick claim that he will talk about how you can participate in that when we get there. But for the most part, we are doing offer ups this evening. So we will give you a start price. It'll be pinned up here on the screen. We'll give you information, note if there's any kind of issues. If you're interested, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will highlight them and we will call them out as we see them come into StreamYard. If for some reason we don't call something out, try and put it in again, would be my best suggestion, but we haven't noticed defiltering happening the past several weeks. So I think we're good on that front for now. We'll do a 20-second countdown. The highest bid that we see come in before Karen G's official bid end will be the winner. Of course, if you are an active bidder, you can use it just in case during the countdown if you would like. If you don't want to use just in cases, you don't have to. If you win an item tonight, we do need some information from you. If you are a new buyer to us or it has been a while, it's always good to just send that information again. Our emails are up at the top. They're also pinned in a comment at the very top of the chat. You can also find all of our information down in the description of the video. So we need an email sent to us with your YouTube screen name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. And if you don't have PayPal, you can still shop with us. When you send that information, just let us know that you would like a guest checkout. Then we can send that to you when our invoices go out, and then you can just follow the prompts and check out with any debit or credit. Payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving our invoicing. Shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. We do both use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates, and that's why we need your full shipping address to calculate your shipping. That's based on your location, the weight and size of your package. We do have shipping available to anywhere in the US and Canada. Just make sure when you do pay your invoice or you do that guest checkout that your shipping address is correct in PayPal, because that's where we print our labels from, and that ensures that you're tracking for your package as well. I ship from Michigan. Jason ships from Pennsylvania. I'll have him talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about when we're doing our invoicing this week.
All right. If you purchase from me this evening, I offer free pickup at my brick and mortar. I own a shop, Mother Tucker's Antiques. We are in Ephrata. We're about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So yeah, just let us know if you're going to pick it up in person, and we won't invoice you for the shipping. And then once it's paid, we'll communicate in emails on when and how you want to pick it up. Thank you, Amy.
Alrighty. Oh, I saw who put that in the chat. Judy. She said, yes, I found refresh on the TV. Go to settings, click on, go to speed, click and go 2 times. Oh, well, hey, that's good to know. So it's basically the same kind of settings that is over here. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that information, Judy. Always good to know. Hey, Renee, good to see you. I saw you pop in the chat. Cindy Lou popped in there as well. Marie, hey, Marie, good to see you. I think that was everybody that I saw pop in while I was chatting away. Before we get into the sale, I do not have a community share. I'm trying to stagger them just to spread out what we have to every other week. So community share will be back next week, which is good because I haven't scheduled this broadcast yet, but I will talk about it, and I'll talk about it at the end as well. Next Thursday for Fantastic Finds is our 3rd anniversary celebration. So 3 years of Fantastic Finds since Jason and I first started this sale together. So come celebrate with us next Thursday. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we might have some surprises in store next week.
Yep.
Might have some surprises next week. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So yes, community share will be back next Thursday. And I think that about covers everything. So I guess we will.
Amy,
switch around? Oh, you want to talk about something, Jason?
No, I was going to say, did we tell folks when invoices are going out?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Because I thought we forgot that last week. Too.
Mine is going to be tomorrow. I'll be doing mine tomorrow, so I will email you or message you when they go out for me tomorrow.
Ours will either go out tomorrow night or Saturday night. I'm not too sure yet, because Saturday night, you'll get them by Saturday night. So Tina says by Saturday night, you'll get them by then.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Sorry, I said we were going to do that, and then I forgot to do it. All right. That's my taxes brain right there. Okay. All right. I think between Jason and I tonight, we definitely have a mixture of vintage and antique things. We have a good mixture of both of those things tonight. So I'm trying to decide what I want to start with. I guess I will start with this because I love these, and I've never seen this one before. This is a antique. It is, well, almost. It's 1927. So it's almost, it's pretty close, pretty darn close. As close as you can get. And it is one of the little birthday story cards. I had one at Easter. I've had some for Christmas time, but I've never run across like a little birthday one. And this particular image, I know, has been reproduced into greeting cards, into other things over the years. But this is the original. It's made in the USA. I just thought it was so darn cute with all these little girls peeking over their birthday cake. And it does have the back imagery. Okay, it is a little embossed, but not heavy embossed like a postcard. And so these were, a little bit more special than just your standard postcard or greeting card. So the inside, like the cover has split. So it would have originally just been held together with the silk ribbon on the front, but I saw that it was taped on the inside. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but the covers are taped on the inside, which doesn't really take away from it at all. But it does have a couple pages in here for the little birthday story that goes along. So here's the second and third page, which is fun. Little games that they play and birthday presents and fun on the day. And then here's the last page, and it is signed in the back from Aunt Josephine, 1927, which I think is fun. I like that that was signed on the back. Dana, I see you at 8. Thank you so very much. Overall, besides like the little taping, which it's just taped on the inside, it's not taped on the outside at all, but this is the original little silk ribbon that would have held the little book together. It is 5.5 by 5 1/4. So I am going to do, I think Melanie got my Easter one. I feel like Melanie got my Easter one that I had just a few weeks ago. But this one I got in the meantime. I just love it. All right. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 9 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. There's still a 1 to 2 second delay compared to your phone. Oh, on the TV. On the TV. Okay, gotcha. All right, Paul, I see you're 9. Thank you so much. All right, there is a bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Paula, it is coming to you. Thank you so much. Who's making tacos? That sounds really good. Somebody's talking about tacos. Karen says the Lurkers Lounge are eating tacos and leftover pieces of the chocolate Easter bunny. Gotcha.
Sounds yummy.
Sounds delicious.
$18, Amy, $18. And I think this is pretty unique. We were at a sale this past week and they had some cat things, and this was one of the things that I picked up. So this is called a calendar topper, or at least that's what I believe it is. I believe it's from the 1920s or the 1930s. It's kind of a crossover. If you love kitty cats,
Oh, that's cute.
but it's also Christmas themed.
Christmas.
There's holly on it. So yes, I know we're far off from Christmas, but this can be, put out all year round. These thicker, embossed German pieces from this era can, bring a premium. So $18, I think, is a pretty good price. So if you guys are into kitty cats, it's a lucky little kitty cat there with the horseshoe. And again, I do believe this is from the 1920s or the 1930s. It is stamped on the back instead of Germany. It's stamped Saxony, which is a town in Germany. You can see the thick embossing on the back for the piece, and it's all ready to hang because it has its original little hole in it. And you can just, pop that on a nail and hang it on the wall. So again, being the 20s or the 30s, for having some of this coloring on it, I think is pretty amazing. It's probably a little closer, I would think, probably prior to World War II. So it's a really fun piece. And again, there is a huge collectability to these holly pieces, but you can see there is scroll work in the back. And this is a very, very thick piece of like embossed cardboard. It measures 8 inches tall, and then it measures just about 4 3/4 inches across. So I am pretty heavy on some dogs and cats tonight. So hopefully we have some cat and dog lovers here with us. So
it's the good luck kitten.
It is. With the horseshoe, you can see where they did color the eyes green. They left him or her sort of black and white with this fun red style ribbon. And then you have not only a white, but a red rose. So again, it's something that you can use at Christmas time, or it's something you can leave out all year round. A lot of times these were giveaways, at Christmas time, back when they used to give calendars away. So usually the toppers were themed for the next upcoming year. So, and it does look like, no, there is no signature on it whatsoever. So let me just show you the back so you can see the age to it. You can see how it is embossed. I agree, Karen. It's definitely frame worthy. Absolutely. And if you guys love kitty cats, then to find something like this is sort of unique. So we're going to put it to the side and we'll bring it back for the recap. Back to you, Amy.
Okay. All right. Oh, no. Well, now he's asleep in the curtain. That makes so much sense.
He's all done washing your windows now. It's nap time.
His work is done for the day. Oh, that cat. Never a dull moment with him. That's for sure. All right. I have a brooch I'm going to do next. And although I wish it glowed under UV, it does not. It looks like it really wants to, but it doesn't. It does not. But it is made in Austria. And maybe I can show you the stamping. It's very tiny on the back, but it has these really pretty kind of spring green stones that go around the outside. And then the middle one does have the Aurora Borealis kind of treatment on it. And then the little leaves in the center. I don't know if that's going to come in. It's very tiny, very, very tiny, where it's marked right kind of in this area on that flat kind of U shape. It's stamped Austria. Very, very tiny. You kind of need like a magnifying glass to see it, but it does have a safety clasp, and the pin does extend quite a bit past the clasp, like pretty close to 1/4 inch past the clasp there on the back. And all prong set, you can see the bottoms of the stones all set there in the back. Austria, Austria rhinestones are usually pretty clear, pretty sparkly. And it's not like a super large brooch either. It's a nice like one that could probably fit on like a jacket or a shirt, lapel. It definitely would work on a hat. Something smaller. It's just not quite scatter pin size. It's a little bit larger than that. But it is a cute spring green. It's 1.5 by 1, 1.5 by 1. So that's kind of the sizing there. Of course, you could keep it out, and it's not super Christmassy, but it could definitely, work throughout the summer and into the fall, pretty much any season. But I like those little leaves that are mixed in there too. All right, Renee, I see you. Thank you so much. Looking for 13 or more. I'm going to do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I picked it up. I didn't have my black light with me. And I was like, well, I'll take a chance on it. And it doesn't glow.
They look like they want to glow.
I know. They look like they really want to, but that's all right. They're pretty enough. They don't need to fluoresce. All right. There's the bid end from Karen. All right, Miss Renee, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. Like I said, I got some dogs and cats. $28. Hopefully somebody is interested in this fun, kitschy little sugared poodle. It is a little boudoir lamp, and I'll explain to you what it can do. I sold one of these years ago. I actually think I sold Tina's from her collection a few years ago, but we were fortunate enough to find another one. This poodle is in superb condition with no chips or cracks. I can't find any damage to the flowers in the basket, nor any damage to the top. It is a lamp. It is a lamp, and it does work. Absolutely, Kim. She absolutely has her Easter bonnet on. So this would be great, you know, for your dressing table, for your makeup table. I feel like Lefton made this because I think the one I sold had a Lefton tag on it, but don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that Lefton made it.
I think you're right.
So when I found it, the bulb was burned out in it. So what this does is, first of all, let me tell you what it does, and then I'll show you what I did to it, which I think makes it even cooler. This is, like I said, a little boudoir, a little lamp for a lady where she changes, because once the bulb is turned on, it heats the porcelain up, and you're supposed to put a little dab of your perfume or a little fragrance in there, in that little spot. And then the heat of the bulb, and it heats up the porcelain. Then this becomes like a little, almost like a little air freshener for the room. So it can smell of your perfume. And her cute little hat is pink. She measures 6.5 inches tall by about 4 inches wide, and she has absolutely no damage whatsoever. But like I said, the bulb was burned out, and the bulb's an easy fix. There's a little bushing right here. You just loosen it up, and then you can slide the socket out and put in a new bulb. What I did was I had a Christmas one, same wattage, but it's in pink. So she is white. When you light her up, she turns pink.
Oh, she's pink.
So she becomes your pink poodle at nighttime when you turn her on, because it's got the pink bulb in it. So I thought it was a fun twofer. Originally, it would have had a clear or would have had a white bulb in it. But because I had an old 50s pink one, she now becomes your pink poodle. And it is the right wattage that when it's on long enough, it still should heat it up. So you should be able to still use it and put your little dab of perfume in there.
You could put like those little wax melt.
Oh, yeah, you could. You could put
beads in there.
Piece in there if you want to.
That'll probably work in there too.
Usually they start to melt around the 15 watt mark. So you can't use no LED. You can't use you need an old incandescent. So as long as it's about a 15 watt, you should be good to go. So the outlet, the plug is in very good condition. It is safe to plug in. It's plugged in. I don't think it's going to catch fire. And it is long enough that you could plug it into the wall and get it over to your side table. So thank you so much, Melanie. I see you're 28. And again, this is your different style of spaghetti. It's almost like a sugared that they used, and no chips to that. She was pretty dirty. I gave her a good cleaning, and then there's what the back looks like. So even the silver band that's painted on doesn't have any wear to it, and she's super cute. And yes, for this time of the year, she's got her Easter basket. So let's count her down. We're looking for 29 or more. Again, when you light her up, she turns into your pink poodle. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just waiting on the bid end from Miss Karen G. Mel's holding it at 28. Now we'll see what the lag is like. There is that bid end. So Melanie, thank you so much. You didn't need your just in case, although it's good you put one in. Thank you so much. It's coming to you. Congrats.
Congrats, Melanie. All right. I have Storybook doll tonight. She is very cute and springy. She's dressed in peach. I don't know if I've had this one before, but I did get her at a doll show a couple weeks ago. And she is number 160, Pretty Maid. Pretty Maid, or a variation of Pretty Maid. But yeah, I don't think that I've had her before, but she was just so cute, dressed in peach. So she does have the wool hat that is trimmed, and then there is the little ribbon. So she does have everything that she's supposed to have. And so she's 5.5 inches tall, frozen body. So that just means that her arms are the only thing that moves, not her head or legs. And then like there is a overlay with these pretty flowers over top of her little peach taffeta dress. And then it also has this really nice lace little bit here in the front. I really liked that. And all the ribbons and everything. She's very nice condition. She does come with a stand. That was how I found her. I like when they come along with the dolly stands. Then it's just so much easier to display them when they have the little stands. But she came, that was how she's been probably a really long time. I did get this from a collector of, I have, next week I will have a couple more of her dolls, not Nancy Ann dolls, but some celluloid dolls that she had. She did have fabulous collections of things. And on the back, there is her dress tied in the back. So really, she's pretty nice overall condition. The only really kind of, there's just like a little tiny spot on that ribbon, but really that's, the rest of her is really nice and clean. All right, I saw Sandra in there. Thank you so much. Looking for 17 or more. I'm going to count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Definitely good for your spring and summer display in that color.
Yes, she's perfect for right now. Pretty Maid. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Sandra, she is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, another one, $28, and you're going to get the whole set. There's absolutely no damage. Like I said, I'm a little heavy on dogs and cats tonight.
Kitty band.
So, you got this fun little made in Japan band. And again, you're getting the whole set. This is how it was sold as a 3-piece. I will show you up close and I'll give you some measurements, but we have Mr. Tall Kitty Cat in the back playing the accordion. Then we have the other kitty cat, maybe playing a violin for the size or maybe playing a bass. And then the other one is singing and or conducting, howling away. So I will show you here on the bottom on the largest one where it does say Japan. So I believe these are probably 1950s. That would be my guess. Very heavy glazed, cute little kitty cats. That one, like I said, is just going away on the accordion. And they're all 3 little tiger cats. So if you love a cute little tiger cat or you have a tiger cat in your life, this might be fun to add to your collection. And this one measures 3 inches tall. So that one is 3 inches tall. And these, they actually painted the whiskers on. You know, some of these, you know, porcelain or ceramic cats have, you know, they use the fish wire or other things to add whiskers to them. But this one, these ones, they're painted on. So he doesn't seem like he's as happy as some of his mates. So let me show you the rest of them. So you have him. And then this one here is playing, like I said, could be a violin, could be the bass, just because it being a little kitty cat. And it is also a tiger cat. There's no issues to the bow, no chips to the violin. And then here is the back. Cute little browns, grays, and blacks. Cute little kitty cat. This one measures 2.5 inches tall. So that one is 2.5 inches tall. And that's sort of a pinky peach tone, sort of the same color that they used for the ears. And then this one I think is my favorite. This one is the little band conductor.
Look at the little music.
They even gave little music notes. So he's singing and conducting. And again, no damage. You can see where they gave him a cute little bit of blush color on his belly. This little guy here, tiger, colored as well. I'm pretty sure that's what's being sung, Mel. I'm pretty sure. And this is, I almost use that for my theme song. Especially with the kitty cat stuff. And this little guy here is 2 inches tall. So he's 2 inches tall. So I see MJ in at 28. And I just want to double check. Yeah, most of them, if they did color the eyes at all, it has like a green hue to it. So Sandra, I see you're 29. So they do have a little bit of a green hue to them, but it's very faint and you have to look close. So, but again, no nips, no chips. MJ's back in at 30. So we're looking for 31 or more. And again, these would be fun to leave out all year round. Maybe you know someone that's a cat lover and you want to use them as like cake toppers or something. You could definitely do that. Or just, like I said, add them to your mini shelf. So we're looking for 31 or more. Let's count them down. Made in Japan. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You're right, Kim. That would be another good song. And if you remember, I bought that accordion collection. This set was with the accordion clan. So
I wondered.
There's one playing an accordion. You guys forgot. They're still coming little by little. All right. There's our bid end. So it looks like Sandra, congratulations. They're yours for 32. Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations. That was quite the collection.
That was
all the accordions. Now, most of the things that you've had from that collection have been figurines, right? Was it all figurines or was there some other things?
Nope. It was every kind of figurine. The woman must have been gifted it, bought it. And then what they actually did was if there were sets, this and the deer were the only sets. Everything else was a single. So like if it would have been a pixie band, the only one she had was the one playing the accordion. So,
the one with the accordion. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. This is really cute. This also came from the same doll show as the Nancy Ann. But I couldn't resist this. Now, I always look at antique photographs anyway. But this one was so sweet. And there was a whole box of framed cabinet cards. And that's what this is a smaller cabinet card. And it's this little child. And you see the tiny little porcelain doll that they are holding on to. So cute. I think it's a little hard to capture because of the glare. But I did, and it is in a period correct frame. It does have some, like, I don't know if that is paint splatter up the top, but it is at the top. But the frame overall is pretty good shape. I did take the backing off because I was curious, because I could see that there was part of the like higher end photo studios that did the cabinet cards had all their information printed on the back. So I was curious where this one was from. And it's from Canonsburg, Pennsylvania, actually. From the M. Porter Photography Studio. So definitely late 1800s on it. It was just too cute to resist. And I like that it was tiny. I like that it was one of the smaller ones. It is 4 3/4 by 3 3/4 for the frame. For the frame size. Hello, Glowy. Good to see you. So Glowy's at 16, so we're looking for 17 or more on the sweet little kid holding onto the dolly. I like when there's like toys or like a dog or a cat, something like that, that are in with the people. I think that is cool. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid in. How far away is Canonsburg from you?
You were there, Amy. It's right outside of Pittsburgh, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little over 4 hours.
Yeah, it's out there by Irwin.
Well, it sounded familiar to me. I was like, have I been there before?
Yeah, you have. And I think that's where Perry Como was born. I think that's the town Perry Como was born in.
All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, hi, Isabel. Saw you pop in there. All right, Lisa came in there with a 17. Isabel came in with a 20. Glowy used it just in case. There's Karen's bid end, and Isabel, your 30 did come in after the bid end. So Miss Glowy is going to be my winner at 21. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, these are collectible. So it's going to start at $40. And one last thing, I think it was the Cannonsburg. Remember, it was where we stopped at the old Bob Big Boys and we had the Big Boy burgers and stuff.
Yes.
That's a suburb of Cannonsburg.
Okay, gotcha.
Was born there
on May 18th. On May 18th. All right.
We had fried zucchini.
Yes. We had fried zucchini all over Pittsburgh.
I know we did. Eaton Park was, I think, a little bit better, but I do remember we had fried zucchini.
That's definitely an Ohio and Pittsburgh staple. So, and ironic, the next piece I'm going to offer, me and Tina, actually, this is one of the first things we actually consigned with someone to sell. We had them in all three colors, but mine tonight is in pink. So this is 1930s depression glass. Hopefully we have some bunny lovers with us, and it's reading as pink as it is. This is by a glass manufacturer called Payton City Glass. I don't get to represent that glass company often, but they made figural pieces. So this is starting at 40 because there is some paint wear. They would have had their version of cold paint on the eyes. They would have painted them red, but this side is missing. There's a little red left on that side. So this is a cotton ball holder. So that's what its intended purpose is to be your little cotton ball holder. So you would have placed this in your bathroom or on your vanity when you were doing your makeup and you needed a cotton ball, you would pull one out. So there's no condition issues. It is good old glass from the 1930s. It came in 3 different colors that I can verify because I sold all 3. It came in the satin pink like this. It came in a satin blue, and it came in a satin frosted clear glass. So the details on it is amazing. So if you're looking for a unique piece, and again, $40 is a really, really good price on these. These are super collectible. I don't know if they're so collectible because they didn't make many or many didn't survive. The only thing I can tell you is around the back here, there is a little bit of mold roughness. That isn't damage. That's part of the manufacturing. So it was molded glass, so it was blown into a mold. So you can see it is this fun little figural bunny. So if you want to do some research, you guys can go ahead and you'll see that $40 is probably about a third of what they normally sell for. So if it's reading,
do you know a manufacturer for that?
I did, Amy. I had already said it's Payton City. It's
Payton City. I think what was I doing? I think I heard you say city, but I didn't hear the first part.
Yep. Nope. And Karen's exactly right. They did make good glass. They made very good quality glass. And to my knowledge, Karen, even correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they made a ton of figural pieces. I think that's what makes this even more unique. They were more, I think, for making lamps. I think they made thick, heavy glass lamps and a lot of other pieces. So again, yes. Yep. All right. So, but just correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think in this era that they made a ton of figural pieces. So this measures 5 inches tall. So it is 5 inches tall, and he is just about 5 inches wide. So again, there's absolutely no damage. It's a gorgeous piece of frosted glass. And these came in a couple different colorways, and there would have been some cold paint that they would have detailed. But you know, when you use these, and actually you can put your fingers in the ears. The way they did design it, it is able for this side here. You can put your thumb in his ear. You can pick him up, and then you can get your little.
Did they make powder jars?
I'm sure
like
they
vanity
did.
Things?
I'm sure they did. I don't know that they made any other pieces that went with the bunny. I think the bunny was just the one thing that they sort of did. Hey, Brooke, good to see you guys. So $40 if anybody is interested. It is from the 1930s. Yep, that's what I thought.
Tableware. So service pieces usually.
Mm-hmm. And this was really out of their wheelhouse. This was not normally something that they made. But I will tell you that these are a hit. And if you collect these or you come across these, and like I had said, we had done an estate of somebody that Tina knew when we first got into business. His mom had 2 of each. I didn't even know what we had. We're like, yeah, sure, we'll take these glass bunnies. And there was no cotton in them. I had no idea what it was. And of course, that wasn't Google Lens time. You had to actually get out reference books, and we had to actually research what we had. And I think we sold them on eBay, and I took some to Mother Tucker's before I owned it. We were dealers there. So, all right, let's count it down. MJ, thank you so much for the bid of 40. Again, no damage. It's Payton City Glass from the 1930s. I think it's in the earlier part of the 30s. And he is a little cotton ball holder. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You'd think these would be a little more common. This is the first one I've seen.
I've never seen that before. Never ever seen one of those.
This was the first one I've seen probably in 15 years that I was able to buy. That wasn't in a showcase for hundreds of dollars. So there is our bid end. So MJ friend, thank you so much. It's coming to you for 40.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Who popped in here that I haven't seen in a while? Beth Rankin, good to see you. And K-Dub, hey Karen, good to see you. Who else popped in here? Brooke and Susan, hello. Oh, and Helen. Helen's been in here a while.
Hello,
hello everyone. All right, this is cool, and I picked this up strictly because I like the way that it looked all together. Now, don't get Mama Pam and I sitting at a table going through tins of buttons, because it will keep us occupied for hours and hours. We both love buttons. I mean, we're crafty gals, so we really like this stuff. But I just loved how, like, I don't know, colorful and fun. This was how I found it. Somebody else carded all these together, and I just like it. And I thought it would be, you know, cool to frame something like this too. But all the buttons and even the back is fun because they use colored wire at the back to attach them all. And there's 50 buttons on here, 50. And I do believe there is a mixture of Bakelite, lucite, and acetate buttons on here. I do believe there is a mixture. I definitely think that these down in here are Bakelite. I did not test them. I didn't want to take them off the card. But I do believe there is a fun mixture, and they're all kind of punched, if you will, punched designs. And that looks like it's glass, but it is not. But I just really like all the different ones, all the different colors. I think they're very cool. I love like figural kind of buttons like this anyway. So the largest size ones on here measure, where's my button card? Measure 1 1/4, between 1 and 1 1/4 inches in diameter. And then the smallest ones, which are going to be these two, I believe those are the smallest two that are on there. Those measure just a hair under an inch, in diameter. So
is that
cool.
A sample card, Amy? Is it a sample card?
I don't think it's a salesman card because the lines on this blue, so it's like two pieces of cardstock put together. Gotcha. So this blue kind of I think it has hand-drawn lines on it. So that's why I wouldn't call it a sample, like a salesman sample. And usually if it was a salesman sample, it would be completely straight rows. It wouldn't have like ones that are on the, in between the rows. That's why I wouldn't call it that. I think it was like somebody that collected these, and then wanted all the same, like similar style all together. I think I have seen the salesman sample cards. I've seen some at stores. I've seen personal collections at estate sales, and usually they're nice and organized rows, not ones that are kind of in between.
Gotcha.
But maybe they started that and then they found more. You know what I mean? Right. But that's why I don't think so. It's not a store. It's not a store display that you could order the buttons from. In other words, I don't think so. Dana, I see you. Thank you so much. We are looking for 21 or more. Again, there's 50 buttons on here, and I do believe there is a mixture of Bakelite. Even these ones up here, I believe, are also Bakelite. They just have, I did take one off. I took this one off here in the corner, and it has a different weight to it. If you've held Bakelite or know about it, it just has a different feel to it. But I do think that there's some lucite and there's some also acetate ones that are mixed in there based on the designs. All right, let's do a countdown. Oh, the card size, it is 7.5 by 11. 7.5 by 11. Of course, you can totally take these off. They're not permanent on there. It's just kind of colored wire that's holding them all to the card. I was able to get that other one off on the back pretty easily, but I just didn't want to remove them all. All right, let's do a countdown looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I don't know which ones are my favorite, but I do really like these two. These two in the center. I like the design on those. I like them all. I think they're fun. All right, there is a just in case from Dana, and there is a bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Dana, you didn't need your just in case. Coming to you. Thank you so much.
Sorry, Amy, we're trying to debate something over here. It's gonna start at $28. Okay, I'm gonna follow your buttons. I got an old Victorian sewing box. Okay, and I'm gonna sell it to you with everything that came in it. All right. So this is an antique. So if you guys like things that are primitive looking or Victorian, this is in very, very good condition considering what it's made of. So I'm going to do my best to hold it, but there are pieces of thread on the inside unused. So, but there's no real needles or things in it, or no pieces like that. But you're going to get the old sewing box, and this is probably from the late 1800s. So you can see that some of the ribbon. We were debating if the ribbon had used like horsehair in it or not. I don't think so. Neither does Tina, but we do think that this is like old ribbon. I mean, it is old ribbon. And it seemed to have like a texture to it. So when you look these up, this is how they all look. They used this thin metal. So it's like a thin metal for it to be the frame of the sewing box. And then the rest of this is almost like woven, and it's also like ribbon. It's like a very hard ribbon. Okay. So you can see from the sides, it's in very good condition. This is not some home job. You can actually see underneath here, it is woven, and it has its original stamp on the bottom. And we think that it's Haler's. So it would have been a department store in New York City called Haler's. Hewler's. You think it's Hewler's? Okay, we think it's Hewler's of New York. So you can see
H-U-Y?
Yeah, it is H-U-Y L-E-R-S. So again, $28, you're going to get the antique Victorian, and this is all woven. So this is wicker woven. This is wood, and then parts of the top here is a thin gauge metal, and you can actually see how it's patinaed to green. A lot of folks that sell these on eBay say it's brass. I don't believe it's brass, but it could be the way it patinaed to green, and it has its original little glass bead opener right there. It may have had a little fastener which has disintegrated, all right? It's amazing that these little sewing boxes are around. And usually at the antique malls, they're asking $90+ for these, and they're usually in a locked case because they can become very brittle and fragile. So if you're a sewer or you love Victorian things, this is a good get, guys. And they also say that it's woven too. And then this is all old ribbon. Yes, some of it did disintegrate, but the majority of it is there. So the only thing that could be missing is the little strap that goes over that milk glass little bead that's held in. So what's inside? And then I'll give you the measurements. You're going to get all these old pieces of thread. A lot of them still have their original tags on them. Somebody actually sewed them. They actually have it like tied together. Let me open it up here and show you. So you're going to get all these. The majority of these are new old stock. I know it looks like a hot mess, but they have it held together with this old piece of twine. I kind of like the look of it. So it's almost period correct string. So they're calling it the 6-strand floss. So it's old thread to do your sewing. It's got some pastel colors and pinks and greens and blues. And then some of it is loose that they tied in here. So if you are into sewing or crafting, this in of itself, you can repurpose and use. And again, the majority of it has its original tags on it. So if you undo this string right here, you can take all of these and you can actually display them as new old stock. Okay, so you're going to get that. You can see that there is a little bit of wear, but now you can definitely see the woven basket part to it. And then you're going to get all these old threads in here. And you're going to get a
tatting thread.
Yeah,
I believe tatting thread on that.
Yep. And you're going to get an old piece of I just lost my train of thought. You're going to get an old piece of trim. So you get a nice long piece of trim that appears to be in very good condition. And again, I kind of left it the way I found it. This is the way I found it from the estate. You can see some of it has its old name and its old labels here on the inside. So this one fell out. This one is your old thread with the wooden bob right there. So then this actually has the way they left it. So they left their little needle in there, which I think is a cool aesthetic. It has the original little label there on the inside. So you're going to get that.
Karen's comment. I'll put it on the screen.
Hewler's was a candy and restaurant chain in New York that operated from 1874 to 64. All right. That would make sense. I have to say that I have to imagine that back in the day, this was a pretty pricey piece. So do you guys think that this would have been used as a candy? Do you think this was an original candy box that then doubled as a sewing box?
I've never seen a candy box look like that, but
neither have I.
It could have been like really special.
Right.
It looks more like a sewing box.
Right. So all I can tell you guys is this is a really fun piece, and I don't know that the camera does it justice. This is kind of like a tan, almost a tan rattan style ribbon. It's almost like a very, very, I don't know what's the word I want to use. It's a very heavy duty style ribbon. And this is all like a thin metal gauge that holds it together. And then this is more of a fabric style. So let me give you the measurements and then we'll count it down. It's 5.5 by 5.5. Again, you could use this as a jewelry box. You could use it as a sewing box. You could open up the lid. You could put other things in it. You could do a ton of things, especially if you decorate with Victorian decor. And it's about 2.5 inches tall here. Again, milk glass little opener there or fastener. So let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 29 or more. Thank you so much, Renee. And just in case for active bidders, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It came from the same estate that the hanky box that I have is coming from. It came from the same person. And in the hanky box, which I'm keeping, it had a centennial spoon in it from Philadelphia, which was the late 1800s. So it's all period correct from whomever had it. So there's our bid end. Renee, congratulations, Renee. This reminds me of you, cool. Renee. So it's yours. Thank you so much.
That's another thing that Mama Pam and I can sit at the table and go through old sewing boxes and sewing notions and yeah, sometimes with that tatting thread, there's pieces of tatting work that were started but were never finished, and that's definitely a lost art. I don't know anybody anymore that knows how to do that. I think it needs to make a comeback. All right, I do have a larger Bisc dolly tonight. Also came from the same doll show, and actually I found the doll at the show and she did not have any clothing. So then usually I bring dolls that need clothing to the show, but this one I found there. And I actually purchased the dress at the show as well. This is handmade. The lady hand makes, she has a little selection of these handmade dresses made out of hankies. And she even added a little snap on the back, so you can take this on and off. But it is a sweet little, she left, some of the little design on the hanky that would have been like on the corner. But she did a really good job. And I picked this one out because of the blue embroidery on the doll. I thought looked really cute with her blue eyes. That's kind of why I picked this one out. And I liked the little kind of open little embroidery detail at the bottom. There's no chipping to her. She is a made in Japan with the finger wave hair and lashes for days. Very glowy girl. Glowy's my best tonight. These always remind me of Glowy. Every time I see these, they always remind me of her, just because she's had the same little profile picture for many years. So that's just kind of how I recognize, and I think we've all called these Glowy girl dolls over the years. Jennifer, I see you. Thank you so much. There's no chipping or anything. She does have the little jointed arms, but stationary feet, and there's her little feetsies. She is kind of marked on the back very faintly, made in Japan on the back side. Measurement for her, she is 6.5 inches tall, about 4 inches at the arms. All right, let's do a countdown. Jennifer's in there, so we're looking for 19 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid at.
She looks like she's in her nightgown, tiptoeing to
She
the
does
refrigerator to get some.
She needs some little blue slippers. Some little slippers and a little nightgown. And she would be all ready for bed. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, Miss Jennifer, she's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, this is going to be a quick claim round. It's going to be a quick claim round. So I'm going to show you, they're all identical. Well, they're all identical within reason. And I'm going to show them to you. And then I'll tell you how much they are. And I'm going to give you a letter to put in the chat. And then you can claim as many as you want. So if the first person wants to claim them all, then you can claim them all. And then we'll just go down the line. So this is probably it. I think I have two more. This is it for my little stash of these glass beaded flowers. Okay, So this is it. So when you get them, you will have to fluff them up. But to my knowledge, none are missing. You know, none of these little glass beads. These are going to be great for your late spring, early summer, because I do believe they're little yellow daisies. I think that's what they're supposed to be. Each bundle is this thick steel gauge. Okay, these are older. It's a real high quality glass beaded flower. Each one's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little daisies on it. And then each one seems to have, and I've pretty much checked them all, has 3 of what they're calling like their little leaves on it. Okay. So I have 9 of these available. From the base to about the top flower, they're about 8.5 inches. So if you bunch them all together, you can see how they look together. You can make a nice, spread of them if you want to. If you bought all of them here in the hand right here, I have all 8 of them together. So of course you'd have to, fluff them up a little bit, do a little bit of floofing to them. And they're all in pretty much the same condition. Like I said, it's a very thick, heavy metal gauge, and each one of them measures, when you fluff them up, to the tallest point about 8.5 inches tall. Okay. They're yellow. The centers are like a brown. Yeah. So they're a brown. And then of course you have the green, and they're all the little glass beads. So they're going to be $10 each. They're going to just be $10 each. I have 9 of them available. And if you're interested, you put in the letter F for flower, F for flower. And then you can let me know how many you want. If you just want 1, you'll just claim 1. If you wanted 9, you can take all 9. And they're just going to be $10 each, which I think is a good deal for these older glass beaded flowers. So you can see the detail work that went into them. They're all yellow with brown centers. Great for your summer. And each one has 5 of them on, 5 flowers. And they each have 3 of the petals on there. So Miss Karen, I see you first, and then I see Renee, and then I see Caroline. And again, they'll be $10 each. I have 9 available, and you can claim as many as you want. So Miss Karen, you get first dibs. You can choose 1 to 9, and then we'll work our way down the list. I just thought they were so neat, so similar, that instead of bidding it out, we will just... I'll go, okay, then we'll do it next. Then Miss Renee, how many were you interested in? I have 9 of them right now. So Renee, you get first choice on how many you might want. I didn't know if people wanted odd numbers. Okay, Renee, I got you for 3. Thank you so much. So that leaves me with 6 of them. So Caroline, how many were you interested in? So we'll mark off 3 of them to Renee. So Caroline, I got 6 remaining. Okay, Caroline, I got 6 for you. So math, 9, 3, and 5. That means I have 4 of them left. So I have 4 remaining. That's correct, right? I had 9. Caroline took 2, and Renee took 3. So that leaves me 4. So I have 4 left. We're all burnt from doing numbers from 10. So I have 4 left. So Karen, you can claim up to 4. And if there's any remaining, I can bring them back. All right. They're all 4 yours, Karen. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. I was gonna take some if there was 1 left, but hey,
I'm telling you,
you guys picked all the flowers. Totally fine. Totally fine. All right. I have I haven't had one of these in a really long time. And I love these. I think they are a cool piece of ephemera, something that you can put out and look through and enjoy, even though it's not your things. I still think that they are a cool piece. It is a greeting card album. It is completely full. And I mean, the outside of it doesn't really say much. It does have a little bit of wear to the outside. These two things are kind of indentations here on the front that do go into the front a little bit. You can see the paper on the inside, but it does have when the scrapbook started, and it was started in 1941. It's Mariana Smith, and she was age 19 when she first got the album. And she was married on August 16th, 1941. So it starts out with her bridal shower cards, and it says who it was gifted from. And this is from Detroit, Michigan, which is fun. I didn't find it in Detroit, but I like that it had that. So she has all of her little shower cards in here. So there's a mixture of shower cards, wedding cards, and Christmas cards. So that's what is in here. And it is totally full. So here are some more of the shower cards. Very cute. This one is really, I don't know if I can get it in close on this one, but you see the like little cellophane that looks like the water's coming out of the watering can. I think that's so cute. So there's some more cards from the shower. This one's really cute down here. Love the 1940s graphics. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some more shower cards. Very cute. I love these she put her own album together, which I liked, and then she used a little stencil to put in the pages here. So here's the wedding card section. Some great cards that are in here. My favorite one, I think, has birds on it. There's another page. But yeah, it is completely full. Look at this one with the bride and groom on it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Love that. I'll skip through some of the other wedding ones, but that one was really cute. That one here with the little couple. Very cute. But I'll skip through. So after the wedding cards, it's their first Christmas together. And there's some pretty cute Christmas cards that are in here, but here's the first two. And she wrote like who they were from, where they lived, all that. Look, this one reminded me of Karen and Gavin.
Oh yes, I feel like I've seen one like that. I've never
seen that card before.
That's a good one.
With the little puppies when they're record player. Oh, look at the inside. I didn't even look at the inside of that.
Oh, I love that one.
That's
look at cute. Them jigging there. They're dancing.
From Mr. and Mrs. Meekin and family. Ah, so cute. Here's some more Christmas.
Fantastic.
I love these. I should have started one of these.
So
saving all my greeting cards like this. This one might be my favorite card in here though. Look at the shoe, the little kitty.
Man,
there's a little tassel on the card. What does the inside of this one look like? Oh, there's more kitty. Some other kitties in there. Cute, cute, cute. Yep, here's some more Christmas.
Fantastic.
I don't know if last year, I think was the last time I had a greeting card. I think you've had one since I've had one.
Oh gosh.
And there's a couple other straggler shower cards. And here is her Christmas card, her first Christmas card from her husband.
Oh my, that's fantastic.
I know, isn't that fun? That's the last, and here's the last two. The little puppy dogs talking on the phone.
God, Scotty's on the phone.
Scotty's on the phone.
I love that.
Last two cards that are in there. Look at that.
Oh my
Christmas,
God.
Happy New Year, and everything from Edith. So that is the whole album. Scotty Dogs, I know. That is the whole album. And it is full. I think it's fun. Fun to look through. But we'll bring it back. We'll get Jason going.
All right. $45, Amy, and this is something different. So this is something different. I haven't had anything like this for a long time. It's starting at 45. There is a little bit of, I want to say, not real bad. Wait a minute. Hold on. You got William in there. Hold on. Go
Hey,
back.
William. Sneak it in there. All right, William, I'll count it down for you. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But then when did you sneak in here, William?
William's like
in the
Santa.
workers' lounge.
Amy, I told you, he's like Santa. He's everywhere.
I know
like
he knows all and watches all. I know.
He's
All
Willie
right,
Claus.
just in case for William. All right, there is the bid end from Kieran. All right, William, it is yours. Thank you so much.
He has the sheet music that I bought from Nancy to prove that he's Willie Claus. So he's definitely Willie
Claus. Yeah, you're right.
All right, so $45. There is a little light discoloration to her. There's a little wear, but I'm going to tell you, if y'all research these are super collectible and hard to find, okay? I'm just going to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. So she is a 1960s pose doll, okay? They do have her sort of done up like a stewardess. She has the colors.
Oh, she's cute.
She has the colors of blue and orange for a specific reason, because she is actually a giveaway, or you would have bought her at the New York World's Fair. And she is the New York World's Fair pose doll, and they are super collectible. Okay, so you can see that there is a little bit of paint wear down there, but she still has her original tag for the New York World's Fair. So she would have been from the 63, 64. They did a little in 62. So she's from the early 60s World's Fair. But for some reason, they did her up as a stewardess. So she has blue hair. She has her fun little cap on with the little rickrack still attached. The face is in very good condition. You can see there's a little wear up here to this corner right there. But she has this fantastic blue hair. They were exactly, Tracy, they were exactly the colors. And you can see where this is the way I think she was originally posed. She has her original little purse, and it is a different color blue, not because it faded. That's just the different color. In some of the examples, we've had her for like a year. The examples I could find about a year ago, this is period correct that this was a darker blue than her jacket. Look at how they did the buttons in the orange. Her strap is in orange. Again, just a little bit of this color. She has her little mini skirt on, really fun. And then you can see she's on her tippy toes, her little heels, and her legs. And there's no tearing here to the nylon or condition issues. There's a little slight wear starting up here. But overall, she's in fantastic condition from the 1960s. And again, she is your World's Fair. She'd have been your little souvenir doll, and she still has her paper made in Japan sticker on the top. There's what the bottom looks like. The way she stands, and of course you can pose her differently, she comes in at about 13 and a half inches tall. So she's about 13 and a half inches tall. There you can see they gave her some blue details on the eyes. And again, one more time, the yarn hair is this gorgeous blue, okay? Now when I hold it close, you can start to see where it does have just a little slight discoloration. But overall, for what she is, I think she's really, really in good condition. And trying to find these kind of things to add to your World's Fair collection are a little harder, especially any of the pieces that were meant to be toys or kids would have played with. You can find the ashtrays and the mugs and the cups and those all day. But some of these pieces like salt and pepper shakers and stuff like this, you don't see that often. So Terry's in at 45. Let's go ahead and start a countdown if anyone else is interested. And if you're an active bidder, you can use it just in case anyone's going to come in there at the end. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Tracy, I see in at 48. And again, I didn't even do a good job in the preview of showing that her label was on there. But boy, she'd be a great addition to your pose doll, your World's Fair. I see your just in cases. Thank you both so much. Right before the bid end, both of you got the good internet. So with the just in case, it's going to you, Tracy, friend, for 51. Terry, your 53 came in right after the bid end. So for 51, Tracy, she's coming to you. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Congrats, Tracy. All right. All right. I'm going to go back to Antique Town here for a little bit. I have some hat pins for a choice. I have 2 of them tonight. I'm running really low. I had quite a few hat pins last year, but I don't have very many left from those that I got. But I have 2 tonight. They're similar but different, which is why I brought them together. And they are both faceted clear cut glass and brass bases, although they are just a little bit different, but I think they are pretty together, which is why I brought them. And one is just slightly longer than the other one. I will line up the points so you can see the difference in size. So the longer one is going to be the teardrop shaped one. The teardrop shaped one is coming in at 9 3/4, and the other one is about 9 inches for the rounded one. But I'm going to show you individually. Melanie, I see you. Thank you so much. So we'll start with the rounded one. And this one, so it's all faceted glass, and they catch the light really nicely. Not so much the studio lighting, but kind of like daylight. It's really nice. And then there is like this hammered glass, not glass, brass, hammered brass for the setting on that one. They are both nice and straight, so don't think that they were ever bent. Sometimes if they are, they're a little bit hard to get back into that straight position. And there's no chipping on either one of them because they are glass. And the faceted teardrop, which is really pretty. I did see that there was the same style they did in uranium glass. Sadly, it's not uranium. I did test both of these. Neither one of them have any kind of manganese or anything in them to fluoresce, but very pretty, very sparkly. You don't really need a rhinestone. I think these are nice. The glass, I think, very pretty to just, very neutral. I like that they are both white. Glowy, I see you. Thank you so much. So again, the teardrop one is a little bit longer at 9 3/4, and the rounded one is about 9 inches. Okay, so there they are. Both good condition, in my opinion. Dusty, I see at 20. Thank you so much. We are looking for 21 or more, and I'm going to do a countdown. Buyer can pick one or both if they would like. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Melanie has it just in case. Oh, Dusty's got it just in case. Chloe's got it just in case. Wings popped in there. Hey, Wings.
William, you're wrong. I heard it's going to be your 28th birthday. I don't know what you're talking
28. Yeah. I know Dusty's 28 eternally. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so let's see. At the end there, Wings did get in there with a 24, but 2 just in cases at 26. And Dusty on my screen has the first one, and then Glowy. So Dusty, let me know if you want round or tier, or both. Glowy gets second pick if Dusty does not take them both. The lag is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. I saw it on my phone before I saw it in StreamYard. All right, Dusty's going to take them both. You got it, lady. And because it's early birthday, a happy birthday.
Happy 28th,
Happy 28th birthday.
I don't care what Willie says. It's 28.
Yeah. William doesn't count. He doesn't count.
No. All right. $20 choice, Amy. $20 choice. Okay. And I will do my best to explain these. Okay. But it's going to be choice on some old made card games. All right. And these are pretty collectible. These versions are pretty collectible. So the first one you can choose from is complete. There's a little wear to the box. This is made by the Russell Manufacturing Company. I do believe that this one here is probably from around World War II. It's either right before or right after. So you're going to get this card game, and they're about traditional, playing card size. And this set is really fun. If you guys love nursery rhymes, if you guys love kitsch, these are fun not only to use, but these are going to be great to decorate with, okay? So it's going to be $20 choice. I have this set and another set. So I'll quickly show you some of these. So look, here we have, this one is Jack and Jill. Look at the graphics here for Jack and Jill.
Oh my gosh, how cute.
Like these graphics are incredible. So for $20, just to have a full set of cards that you can play or use these in your display are phenomenal. And that's what the backside looks like. The backside is like this street sign on it. So Jennifer, thank you. I see you're 20. So, and then here, this one, look, we have, look at the graphics on this. So this is Mary Had a Little, this is Little Miss Muffet. Look at Little Miss Muffet there. So again, these graphics are incredible. I'll just show you some of them. But guys, if you love Humpty Dumpty, look at this version of Humpty Dumpty. Isn't this great? Amy, have you ever seen these little?
No, I have not. No, I have not.
These, I did my research. These do not come around often, and these are really sought after because it is a crossover between the nursery rhyme collectors and the people that collect games, and they collect Old Maid. Look at this. Come on, focus camera. So we have Peter, the pumpkin eater. How great would that be to use in your fall or your Halloween, especially with Little Miss Muffet? I'll just show you a few more, but this one's my favorite. You can actually use this one at Christmas time. I don't know why my camera's failing me tonight. So this is little Jack Horner. Look at him sitting there. Look at the little elephant, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
So, and again,
I've never seen like little Jack Horner depicted at Christmas time.
Me neither. That's what makes this such a collectible set. If you do some research on this, the folks are amazed at the version and the depiction of some of these different nursery rhymes. They've never been done before. So to market. So this is going to be your first set from like the late 30s, early 1940s.
It's just a pattern on the other side.
The pattern on the back is this odd road sign. It's like a railroad sign, and it's like it would have spun, I think, for north, south, east, or west. It's like a girl, like one of those little wigs, that spins. I think it's actually, now that I look at it, I think it's a wind vane.
Like a weather vane? Yeah, I was just going to say that.
I think it's a weather vane or a wind vane. So let me just show you one more. Look at the graphics on these. So there's Mr. Pie Man. So
these are great.
That's going to be your first set. And I didn't even show them all to you, but that is a complete set. Okay. And this is your nursery rhyme Old Maid game. And this was produced by the Russell Manufacturing Company. So that's going to be your first one. Your second one is a married set. This is how I got it from the estate. Okay. So it's a married set, but this box alone can sell for more than what I'm starting it at. So this is a Parker Brothers Old Maid game. If you guys collect kitty cats, you know how collectible these 1930 version of cats are when they do the whiskers that kind of long. So the box here, this is from 1936. So the box alone, but you're also going to get two Old Maid games that come with it, but they are made by the Whitman Company. So when I say it's a marriage, Parker Brothers box, there probably would have been Parker Brother cards in there, but the person no longer had the cards and they put in some Whitman ones, but the Whitman ones are pretty fantastic. So the box measures 7.5 by 5, no splitting. I think if you're into old games or you're into kitty cats or even in your 4th of July with some red, white, and blue, I think that would look really fun. Again, these cats are super collectible from the 30s whenever they depicted them like that. So again, then you're going to get two sets. One set is missing a card. The other set is complete. Okay. But they're both made by Whitman. So you can see there's a little wear to the instructional card, but then the rest have, look at these fun graphics. Look at these old graphics here of the Old Maid. Some of these, now remember, it was a different era, but here you have the little sailor.
Briny, it's not Garden Guy Bill, it's Briny Bill.
Briny Bill. So again, and I'm just going to show you some of them, but again, you get two of each. And the other set, the only one you're missing is you're missing one of Sad Sam. You're missing one of the Sad Sam. So here's Dapper Dandy. So here he is. So we'll just show you a couple of these few ones. So there's Grandma Tweak or Grandma Twerk, depending what generation it is. So we're looking for 22 or more. Here's what I want to show you my favorite one. I want to show you my favorite one here. See if I can find it. Here's Banjo Ben. There's Banjo Ben. I kind of slurred that saying that. So here's Susanna. And again, these do have some wear. They were played with. But again, remember this second set is these were made by Whitman, but the box is made by Parker Brothers, okay? Where are you at? It's actually me when I was a kid. There he is. There he is. This is my favorite, Amy. Look at Tubbins. Look at little Tubbins. Oh, my God. He's so cute. So, again, you're going to get the whole card set. And they are your traditional playing cards. And that is your first set that comes in the Parker Brothers box, okay? And that one is complete. So you're getting a complete Old Maid, which is made by Whitman. It's coming inside the Parker Brothers box from 1936. And in that box, you're getting another almost set that is just missing one. It's missing Sad Sam. So what you can do is if you choose the box here, you know, if you choose the two sets with the Parker Brothers, you can use the cards to decorate with, and you can decorate with this, and you can play one of the sets. So you're going to win and have a set that can be, you know, playable. But again, decorate with the box.
The box is great. I love the graphic on that.
You can have one set to use to play, one set to pop in your flower frogs and decorate with. And then the first set is a very desirable set by Russell Manufacturing, and it depicts nursery rhymes. Okay? So you'll choose either cats or rhyme, and that's how we'll do it. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. MJ's in at 21. Remember, you're going to get the 1936 Parker Brother box with the two sets of Whitman, Old Maid, or the nursery rhyme. So it'll either be rhyme or cats. So counting down 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I think this card here is my favorite. I would put him in my Easter displays, in my Humpty Dumpty collection if you have one. So I see you, MJ. I see Jennifer. And again, it'll be choice between maid or cat. Did I say rhyme? It'll be either rhyme. We'll know the difference. So there's the bid end. So Jennifer at 22, MJ had a just in case. So MJ, you get first choice at 23. This one is cat. And this one was rhyme. Could I change it anymore? Been a long day. This one's going to be rhyme. That one's going to be cat. And of course, you can take both sets. MJ, congratulations. They are fun. I've never seen them before. Thank you so much.
Those are awesome cards. I've never seen. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good sets. Before.
The nursery rhyme ones, I've never seen those. All right. I have a choice as well. And it is between kitties on chairs. It's too bad they're not orange cats getting into mischief, but they are the cute little sugared, made in Japan kitties on chairs. And very similar, although a little bit different. And I like that the chairs are different and the poses for the cats are different, but very similar for the little sugar kitties. There's no chips or repairs on either one. They are both in good shape. And they both have, well, that one doesn't. This one is stamped Japan on the bottom, but the white one is not stamped anywhere. But the cold paint on these is the little kind of chair design, if you will. The little, I don't know, painted flowers, I guess, are the cold paint. And the little gold on the bell is cold paint. And then the brown that is on the one chair is also cold paint. But overall, I think pretty good. And they have the tiny little applied flowers. These were like dime store things. I've never known really a manufacturer for these because there's standalone little figurines and all sorts of different little animals. And then there's babies that are on chairs or pianos. And there's birds and bunnies and squirrels all in this kind of like little sugary texture. But I'd never seen a chair that was like quite like this. Usually it's like this. It's like white. But I liked that this one was a little different. We'll turn it to the back. So it's kind of a very light blue. You can see it much better like on the back of the chair. You can see that one is a little light blue. I don't know if somebody like made that because I've never seen one painted quite like that. So I don't know if that was, somebody did that. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, the pixies. Yeah, you're right. There are 2 pixies. Timmy, I forgot about those. So measurement for them, they are, the brown one is 4.5. The white one is just a little bit taller. You can see the top of the chair. It's just a little bit taller. Not quite 4 3/4, but they're very similar in size. Kittens climbing on furniture, doing all the things. Speaking of kittens, I don't know, he left. He jumped on the table for a little while.
He's doing the windows downstairs.
Yeah, I don't know. He jumped on the table when he woke up from his nap, and then he hightailed it out of here. So I don't know. He must have more important things to do. But I will bring Kitties back at the recap.
All right, I'm just waiting for that lag. $40, Amy, $40. And these, I'm going to say they've never been used. Wait. William, you're killing me here. You're messing up my flow, Willie. Bid early, Willie. You're messing up my flow, man. Come on.
All right. Okay. William's in at 16. All right, let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Tina, warm up the Jeep. I'm driving to Texas. Warm up the Jeep. We're heading south, William. They think it's funny in the chat.
I'm laughing.
Amy's not laughing. Now I'm a little concerned.
All right, there's the bid end. Bid end for William. He said he can't hear us because he's running his mouth. All right. So William, he wants both. All right, you got it. Thank you.
William, if it's all right with you, I'm going to start my next item at $40. $40, William. It's now my turn. And I got to tell you guys, these are probably the cleanest version of these I've ever had. They're actually better than the ones in my collection, okay? So $40. Hopefully somebody wants to add unused Hold Howard Cozy Kitten salt and pepper shakers to their collection. I actually had hoped and prayed that the noisemakers worked, but they didn't. I have never seen, look how clean those noisemakers are.
Wow. I can't believe they don't work.
I know. I thought that they would, but they don't. And these are from 1961. So they made them for a few years, and these are really, really clean. So not only are they clearly stamped, they have both of their makers in there. Look how the noisemakers, look how clean they are. And they both have their stickers. They both have their stoppers with no condition issues. There's little to no crazing on them. And if you guys are purists, I don't know what's rarer. They made them because they switched manufacturers in the middle. Like, you got to check the Hold Howard book. These are the ones at 4.5 inches, and these are the ones with the larger rounded eyes, okay? So I'm not saying they're rare. They're just different versions from different years that they made them. So you could actually have 2 different sets of these cozy kittens if you wanted to have every one that they made. So Dane, I see you're 40. The cold paint is phenomenal. Look at the green eyes on Mr. Boy Cat. The specks and the dots on the collar are incredible. There is like a little rough spot, but it's not a chip. That's in manufacturing. See if I can show you here. So we're looking for 41 or more. Those are your 3 holes. Those are your 3 holes. And again, I was praying. No, they don't work. They don't work. So there's the boy cat. Here is the girl cat.
I was grabbing mine so you could see the difference in the eyes.
Yes.
See how different the faces are painted?
Yep. And again, if you want to have 2 different sets, then you'll just have to make sure what kind you have or what kind you're adding. And this one is a little pink bandana. There is the Hold Howard sticker, fresh and clean. And then there's the stopper on her, the little noisemaker. And you can see she's from 61 as well. And again, these came from that same estate or the sale where I got the giraffes last week. And you can just kind of make out kitties on the front. So you're also going to get the original box, okay? The box is no thrills or chills, but you are going to get the original cardboard box with the little divided insert. And I'm pretty sure that's what saved them. Again, this was a weird collection. The person had almost all glass and brass and metal ones. And really the only real figural ones they had were these that they didn't use. And then the new old, the new old stock drafts.
Maybe they were, you know, maybe those were like wedding gifts or something.
You know, funny.
That's why they had those.
I was thinking this literally as you said that. I had a moment of, I wonder if they were gifts, and they were like, oh, those figural ones. I'm more into the glass and the brass ones. So, and you can even see the paint's really good on their little feetsies. So honest to God, guys, you can find these other places. These are the cleanest, nicest ones I have ever found. So if you only have one set, these would be great. So $41 or more. Let's go ahead and count them down. We are doing just in case for active bidders, and counting down: 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 41 or more. The bid end from Karen G. On the 1961 Cozy Kitten Old Howard Shakers. Susan got in there with a 46. Dana secured it with a just in case. There is our bid end. So they're going to Dana for $47. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations. All right. And I plucked my cat. That was like my personal collection.
Right.
My girl cat doesn't even have the noisemaker anymore. She's completely, it's gone on the inside. All right. I have, I don't think I've ever bought rings to a sale. Okay. I just got these on Tuesday. I had to go to Detroit to pick up something I won, and they were hosting an estate sale, and I got to pop in one. And there's not actually very many antique malls that are open on Tuesdays over on the east side of the state. Actually, the one that I thought would be open was not open, but the one that I did stop into, I have 2 rings for choice, and they're going to start at 10. And what I can tell you about both of them, they are adjustable, so they're not sized. But this particular lady, and I did film at the store whenever that video comes out, but her entire booth was hand painted porcelain. So, and she had a whole rack of these, which she made. So she got the settings for the rings, and then she hand painted these flowers on these gorgeous little porcelain pieces. And I had a hard time picking out which ones, but usually that's why I don't pick out rings, is because it's difficult to buy rings, you know, if they are sized. But these are adjustable, and I'll show you the back. So they are flexible, so you can adjust them up or down to fit onto your fingers. Hey, John, good to see you. So these are the 2 that I have, and I thought they were pretty spring colors. The one that has the purple kind of, I don't know if that's supposed to be what kind of flowers they're supposed to be, but I liked the bright colors on them. That one is a little bit bigger, like as far as the setting goes. It's kind of more of a goldy tone, filigree for the setting on that one, but both of them are very ornate and pretty. Maybe it's supposed to be an orchid. I don't know. I also see kind of like not a pansy. What kind of flower am I thinking of? Violet. Violet is kind of what I'm thinking of. Yep. And there's no marking or anything on the settings, but she didn't sign them, but some of her other pieces that she did, larger pieces, she did have signed. And if anybody gets these, Karen and Caroline, I did grab 2 of her business cards that I can include in there, so you can go check out some of her other pieces. But this one, I'm not sure which direction it's supposed to go. This one, again, looks like Jason's beaded flowers, like a black-eyed Susan or a little daisy. This one's more silvery tone, also kind of filigree for the settings for that. So you just kind of squeeze it together or pull it apart to fit on your finger. The silver one, is just a little bit smaller for the band on that one, but the faces for both of the rings are the same size. They were 3/4 inches long for both. And I'll show you this one on the side so you can see the bandings, just a little bit wider, just a little bit bigger of a setting. She had so many cute ones. I'm like, these are so great. And I appreciate handmade stuff. You guys know that. So those are your two choices. So we'll claim them by color. So we'll do teal or purple. Teal or purple. All right, Caroline's in there. And I see Annie's in there as well. But Caroline's got the high bid right now at 11. Brittany, hello. Just popped in there with a 12. So we're looking for 13 or more on choice. Great springtime rings right now. I should have picked out one for myself. I was at it, but I didn't. All right, let's do a countdown looking for 13 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, she hand painted on plates. She hand painted on salt and pepper shakers. Like it looked like, like antique painted china. Right. She's very talented. She painted like little animals besides flowers. They were just cool to see all that stuff. All right. There was the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Right before the bid end, Caroline, I saw your 13 come in there. So Caroline's going to get first choice. So let me know if you want purple. So the purple's on the kind of goldy tone one, and the teal is on the silver tone one. All right, Caroline's going to take the teal silver. You got it. Okay. So my second pick is going to go to Brittany. Brittany, if you are interested in the purple one with the goldy tone, just let me know. You can totally pass if you were after the other one. And then back before that, the first 10 is going to be Miss Karen, and then Annie after that. All right, Brittany's going to take the purple one. You got it. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $28. $28, and this came from the same estate as the sewing box did. And usually they have Gibson Girls on or something else like Christmas, poinsettias. I've never had one with poppies on. And this is in super good condition. This is a little pyrography from the 1920s. The hinges are correct. Usually they have a company name stamped on them. I feel like when these hinges were put on that the name is actually facing inward. So this is a nice little hanky box. So if you collect hankies, you could store them in this. You could also re-gift this. You could actually use this as a jewelry box if you want to. So this was in fashion in the turn of the century into the 20s. Folks would burn these designs in to wood, kind of like a tramp art, homemade kind of thing. They were also made and sold in shops, and they were all purposed with whatever kind of box they made. So the size of this box, which it comes in at about 7.5 by 7.5, this would be a little hanky box. So it's very clean on the inside. You can see that they did repeat the poppy design on the inside of the lid, although they did not paint it. And then you can see how clean it is on the inside. So you could store your hankies in there. It is very shallow. It's about 1.25 inches deep. So you could put jewelry in there. You could put brooches. You could put your bracelets in there. Or like I said, if you collect hankies, you could definitely do that. So these are fun to use in displays. They're fun to decorate with. I know folks sometimes put them up on shelves. They kind of use them as pictures on the wall. And then you can see where the pyrography is the art of which they burned the design into the wood and then they hand painted it. So you can see 2 of the poppies have not opened yet to have just fun detail. And again, I usually don't find these pyrography or blemish pieces that aren't either Gibson Girls or, Christmas. A lot of times they gave them as Christmas gifts with holly or poinsettias on. But I thought with the upcoming summer and things, I think poppies start to bloom, I think, soon, don't they? I don't know. Do you know, Amy, when don't they start to bloom in June?
I feel like they're like a summer flower.
Yeah, I thought they're a June flower. Maybe somebody in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. So you can see where they kind of have a darker, I don't want to say it's a brownish in person. It kind of looks like an orangish yellow tone that they put. Poppies are right now. Okay, well then I'm right on time. All right. then it's definitely period correct, and you could definitely use it in your display. So one more time, this is probably from the turn of the century into the 1920s. At least that's the time frame I'm familiar with, that this was something folks did on their own, or small manufacturing in essence, and sold them in boutiques. It was that's right. You're right. And isn't that their state flower, John? I think that's poppies are. I know that in remembrance of military, poppy flowers are used for that significance as well. So maybe you want to do a 4th of July display. This would be really neat, added to your military things. So 7.5 by 7.5. Again, I'll open it up here and show it to you. It is a little hanky box, so you would sit it, on the counter. You could open it up. Okay, all right, then I was right. You were right, and then I remembered, John. So there you can see, and a lot of times these have stains or have, issues with them. But again, now I'm seeing you could open it up. Maybe you could put some of your military ephemera on the inside, decorate with the 4th of July coming up. That would be really fun. Or you could just pop it into the background. But I'm not seeing any interest. That's fine. We'll put it to the side, and over to you, Miss Amy.
All right. The painting on that was really vibrant.
Yeah, it's really pristine. They took good care of it.
Okay, I have a piece of pottery. It's a planter for my next round. And it's actually a wall pocket. I thought it was really pretty with pink and purple. But it is a wall pocket, so it is meant to hang on the wall. However, it is flat on the bottom. So if you, I would suggest, if you don't want to hang it, to put it like at the back, so it does have some support on the back. It will sit on its own, but if you do put flowers or any weight in it, because it's a little heavier at the top, I did have it sitting up in my display. But it's probably safer if you have it up against something rather than freestanding. But this is made by Morton Pottery. And it's like a basket weave in pink with a pretty purple flower. I think that's purple. It's like kind of a mixture between blue and purple on the front. I don't know what kind of flower that is supposed to be. Down in there is some crazing in the very bottom. Of course, I can't get my hand all the way down in there, but there is some stained crazing that's very all the way down in the bottom, but not really too much staining or wear on the inside of the wall pocket. There's no chips on it. It's just pretty springtime colors. And Morton Pottery usually didn't mark their pieces. I don't know. I've never seen a Morton Pottery stamping. Jason, have you?
Ooh. Oh, I think they used paper labels. I think
they used paper labels.
Yeah, I think they used paper labels.
I've never seen Morton Pottery have any kind of stamping. Measurement for this, it's 7.5 inches tall, 5 inches, kind of at the widest point at the top, and then the opening here is about 2 inches. About 2 inches on that.
That's beautiful, Amy. It's just a beautiful piece.
I love it. Not something I normally pick up, but the flower got me, and that's that it was pink. Yeah. Pink stuff, I'm usually pink or teal. I'm usually drawn to it. All right. Dana's in there at 14. So we're looking for 15 or more. I'm going to do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It would be also like a key. Well, it would have to be a larger. These are sewing scissors, and they barely poke out of the top. It'd have to be a little bit larger, like for a scissor holder. It'd have to be a little bit bigger pair of scissors. All right, there is just in case from Dana. There is the bid end from Karen. Dana, you didn't need your just in case. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $35, and she's starting at that because some of her cold paint has a little bit of wear. Okay, now I've seen these style head vases completely roached out with cold paint. So a little bit of wear on this one, I think, is acceptable. And I actually think it gives it a nice touch, maybe even a little bit of flair, because it kind of gives a different tone to the color, maybe a little bit of weathering. But she is made by Napco Ware. Like I said, there is a little bit of cold paint, but everything that matters is there. So there's no damage, there's no chips, there's no cracks. The paint on her face is phenomenal, and she has all of her jewelry. She is very clean on the inside, but you can see that's where some of the paint wear is up there around the rim. So, but we'll get into that in a moment. So $35 if anyone is interested. She is made by Napco Wear. She has her original sticker. She's probably the medium size. She's coming in at about 5.5. So she's about 5.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches across. So let's get in there. You can see her beautiful blue eyes. The cold paint on the lips is phenomenal. There is a little bit of wear to almost the matte paint around her collar, but not too bad. Overall, now some of these, when I've seen them in antique malls, there's like a whole swatch of paint that's missing, but just a little bit of wear here. And that actually could have been from back in the day with whatever arrangement was in it. You can see a little wear right here and a little wear right there, but nothing too much. Nothing too bad. And you can see that the tone of her hair, it's somewhere in some aspects, it's almost like she almost has like a dusty gray kind of hairstyle, but I kind of like that. So it's kind of like these darker browns. And then the way it pairs together, it almost has like a little bit of gray too. I'm with you too, Joe. I think it gives her a little bit of character. And again, that's kind of known for these matte finish ones. They did this same head vase in like blue, and then this one's in green. So you can see her gorgeous bow. She's great for springtime. She'd be great for, April or next April, this April, whatever you want, even for your St. Patrick's Day decor. If you're, struggling to find things that are green. She also looks very nice at Christmas time. So maybe you don't have a traditional, quote, Christmas lady head vase. I think she would fit in and look really nice if you added some red to her. You can see that the pearls don't have any wear to them whatsoever. So the pearls are nice and clean. She even has her pearls in her ears. And again, she is the 5.5 inch tall by 4.5 inches across. And again, the things that matter, there are no paint wear. There's no issues to the paint on her face. Her jewelry isn't patinaed or worn out. So Brittany, I see you're 35. We're looking for 36 or more. That's the way she's painted. A lot of them have that detail right here because if you look underneath, you can see that that's supposed to be white. Okay, so that's not paint missing here. So hello, Ryan. Good to see you, friend. I see you're 36. We're looking for 37 or more. And again, I'm just going to show you guys. We have a little bit of wear right here. Okay, full transparency, a little wear around that rim. I see Audrey in at 37, so we're looking for 38 or more. We have wear around here, which that can all be covered up if you actually put flowers in her or use her for something else. That's on the back. And I'm sure Amy can help tell me that when you see these, sometimes they can be completely roached out. And some of these.
Oh, yeah, totally gone. Yeah, I've seen some ones that were not good condition.
And that's a hard cold paint to replace because it is that satin matte style paint.
Paint.
It's supposed to kind of mimic fabric and make them look more realistic. That was their attempt back in the day.
And usually, because there's larger versions of her too, much larger versions. Usually the bigger they get, the worse for wear on the hat, especially that I've seen.
But again, I think she's really acceptable. And if you put her in with the other ladies you have or put some flowers in, you are not going to see any of that. So let's go ahead and start a countdown. Audrey is a high bidder at 37. So we're looking for 38 or more. And if you're an active bidder, you can use that just in case. So let's count her down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, I didn't say earlier, so I shouldn't say again. She's going to be more of your 60s looking head vase. She definitely has that mod 60s kind of look about her. So if that's the style you collect, she's going to fit in really well. Or if you don't have the 60s represented, that might be the first one for you. So there is our bid end. Oh, Ryan, you had a 50, but you didn't have anything behind the just in case, and you came in after the bid end. So it looks like Audrey, Brittany, and Audrey. So it looks like for 48, it's going to go to Audrey. So I'm so sorry, Ryan. I'm sure you did, but there's nothing there. So Yeah, I'm so sorry, Ryan. It's going to have to go to Audrey for $48.
48.
48.
Yep.
So thank you guys so much. Oh, technology. Sorry, guys.
Okay. I have a book I'm going to do for my next round. I was just marking my favorites in here. I forgot to do that earlier. I don't know if I've had this version before. And what I can tell you, this is not the first edition. This is the second edition. First edition would have been out in 1929. This is the 1932 edition. And previous owner did apply over the dust jacket. They did put like that plastic like to protect it, like a library book would have. Basically, that was how he found it. That is not how original, and it can come off. It is not permanent on there by any means, but that is over top of the paper dust jacket, which a lot of the copies of this the dust jacket is missing for this particular edition. And when it's missing, it's just kind of red on the cover. Okay. So that is the original dust jacket. It is just protected by the plastic there, which I appreciate. And it is starting at 14. There is some foxing, mostly here in the inside cover. And I think there was a little bit on the back cover. And I think a lot of that is from the adhesive that they would have used to bind the book together. A lot of that, I have seen that before. But this is the Children's Garden of Verses. And I love the illustrations in this. If you like any of the illustrators from this time period, this is a good one too. It is illustrated by Elaine Minifred Banks, and that was her signature here, right there. Yulee, I think that's how you pronounce that. That's how I've always pronounced it. But written by Robert Louis Stevenson. And here's the copy right there. Wow. So this is the 1932. So they're mostly black and white in here, although there's a couple color plates that are in there. There is a large table of contents. So there's lots of things that are in here. I'm not going to show all of the book, but I did mark a couple of my favorites in here. So they're kind of divided by subject matter. Here is The Swing. I liked that one reading wise. I probably won't read any of these to you, but there are, I did also like this one about the moon, the squalling cat and the squeaking mouse and the howling dog by the door of the house, the bat that lies in the bed at noon, all love to be out by the light of the moon. I did like that one, but there's some fairies in here. Catherine, I see you. Thank you so much. Hello, Catherine. There are some fairies in here, which I enjoy. Anytime fairies are involved in the books. Try to get to, here's a page in here about fairy bread, and there's a little fairy illustration here. So there's kind of a mixture between children's, there's fantasy, there's all sorts of things that are mixed in here. There's travel. So like it's kind of divided by sections like this.
Right.
So there's going to be a little cover page in there. And this section, next section, there's another, like a double spread, the little land. So this also has some kind of fairies and fantasy creatures. I like this. I love that illustration right there. Very cute. And I'm glad that no child colored in this one. I think the last variation of a black and white book, the child did some coloring. This one is also kind of fantasy about like a little elf that sneaks around. There's a couple, and I like this this header here, this little garden days. This is cute, just to open it up like that. I think that's cute. I got a couple more marked in here, and then we'll do a countdown. This one here, this was cute. The nest eggs, the little birdie. Birds all the sunny day flutter and quarrel here in the arbor-like tent of the laurel. Some of them rhyme, some of them don't. We have the flowers, the hollyhocks, and another pixie peeking out. And there's a little sunshiny scene. What was the other one I had? Oh, here's a color plate. Here's one of the color plates that are in there. So color plate on the one side and then the other black and white illustration to go along with the marching song.
Man, those kids are strutting.
Yeah, they okay.
They're in full strut.
And then this whole section is kind of dedicated, the envoys section is kind of dedicated to people. And the one that I had marked in here was to my mother. I like that one. But to Willie and Henrietta. Willie, you're in this book from 1932. And yeah, most of the ones in the back are dedicated to people. And the last one that's in here is to any reader. And then it just has kind of some descriptions for words in the very back. And here's the back. It does have some of the other publications that were out around that time that they suggested from the Platt and Monk Publishing Company. All right, there we go. And I will take the page markers out. Catherine's in there at 14, so we're looking for 15 or more. Went to an elementary school named after. Oh, really? That's really interesting. I love that. All right, let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I thought the same thing too. Like, had it been Willie and Helen, I would have made a photocopy of it.
Yeah.
But no, Henrietta.
Which Helen is short for Henrietta, right? We
Is
can
it?
just pretend. I don't know. We can pretend.
All right, there is a bit end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Catherine, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $5 choice. $5 choice. And me and Tina were at a sale on Saturday where a woman had an incredible collection of kitty cat postcards. So I got a few. So the next couple sales, I will offer them up. So hopefully we have some cat lovers. And they range in age. Okay, this I believe is older, but I don't think it's as old as the 30s. So this is going to be your first one, and I will give each one a letter. But I thought this one's really cool if you like kitty cats, especially with June coming. This would be a fun postcard to use in your bride and groom. And I'm sure you guys know that these pictures, they were nice Manu, and I think I'm saying the name right. He was a photographer who took pictures of still lifes of animals, okay? How they were when he took, I don't know. But this will be your first one. And this one says, just married, honeymoon special, enough news for one card. Look at those cute little kitty cats in that card. Isn't that cool, Amy? I think that's really fun.
There's a book like there's a kittens one and a puppies one.
And there's a bunnies one, too. There's a bunny one, too.
It's his same photographs, I'm pretty sure.
So this one, and I do believe this card is on the older side. This came out of a scrapbook, okay? But it's unused, okay? So it's part of the genuine Freeze Animal series, okay? And he did a ton of photography. And each one of these postcards measure about 5.5 by 3.5. So this will be your first one. Look at the cute kitty cats in black and white. This card, the rest of them, I believe, are all older. When I mean older, I believe they're from the 1920s. So this one is a really cute early postcard with these two kitty cats. And then it says the twins caress. So these two cute kitty cats. I actually love the patina to it. And then somebody wrote on the front, Mom owes me one letter. It's the same penmanship that's on the back. So I believe that Mr. Ralph sent that to somebody, and it was postmarked 1906 on the back. So this is going to be your second one with the cute little kitty cats caressing. I thought they would look super sweet framed, and he also wrote on the front, but I think it kind of fits. So that's going to be your second one if anyone's interested. These are both beautiful Gibson-style girls on these postcards, or Victorian-style ladies. So again, and I believe this is an older one, and this one was printed in Germany and is unused. I think at one time somebody was asking $15 for it. So in this postcard, it's a colored one. You have, it says, my wish, I wish I were a pussy cat to nestle around your neck like this. So look at the cute little kitty cat.
Cute.
The blue dress that they have added color to. You can see that's the postcard manufacturer down there, and it's got this heavier glaze to it. This one is unused. I know at Mother Tucker's, and I was telling the one woman when we were at the sale, I know the cat postcards were very popular. There was a fellow that used to have postcards in my store, and folks used to come in all the time specifically looking for cat postcards. So I thought this one was beautiful. I'm not too sure who Charlotte Walker is. I don't know if that's a specific actress or a specific individual. I didn't even try to research the name, but I thought this gorgeous Victorian style woman holding the kitty cat, I thought that would look very nice framed in your decor. And I think this is an American printed postcard. This one's unused. So here, this one is going to be letter C. So it is this depiction of this Victorian woman holding the kitty cat. Whomever it is Charlotte Walker. Apparently she must have been somebody. I guess I should research who that is. So that's going to be letter D, if anyone's interested. And again, they're starting at $5 each. The three of them, I believe, are on the older side. This one here is actually printed in Germany. So you can see it's printed in Germany. And this one, it has some color added to it. And this one, again, says, "My wish, I wish I were a pussy cat to nestle around your neck." Again, I thought they'd be really sweet to add into your Gibson girl or cat collections. I guess I should have tagged Wanda or someone that was into cats. I can't believe no one's into kitty cats. That one's going to be letter C. And then this one is letter B. I kind of like the aging to the plate, to the black background. I think that gives it a really fun effect to it. And then the handwriting on the front says, "Mom owes me a letter." So this one's going to be letter B. And this one is the Twins Caress. And that one is postmarked on the back, 1908. So that is from 1908. And the first one I started with, I thought would be cute. If you were into kitty cats, especially, I know heading into June, a lot of us kind of collect with brides and, decorate with brides and grooms. This one, I believe, is on the newer side meaning maybe 50s or 60s. So Charlotte Walker was a theater actress. All right, Jennifer, I assumed because they were very specific about her. So that one would be letter A, but no interest. That's okay. Let's keep it moving, Amy.
All right. She was an actress. She liked kittens.
Yes, she did.
All right. I don't think I've ever had one of these. I don't think I have. It is a porcelain head pincushion doll. And sometimes these were called hat pin, pincushion. But I don't think I've ever had one of these. And I liked him because he still had, usually these little hats for the boys especially would go missing. So I liked that he still had his little hat. Dusty, I see you. Thank you so much. Karen says she's claiming letter A.
Yep, I got it. Thank you, guys. Okay. Yep.
And I think he's supposed to be a Pierrot or a clown, although he doesn't read clown to me at all. But yeah, and this is his original hat. So overall, I think he does have all of his original accessories that he's supposed to have. This little ruffle piece here on the front, the hat, and the little ties around the waist and the arms, and then the hanger on the back. And this was how I found him. This was exactly how I found him. And he does have, there is some wear, of course, where some pins were stuck in him. And then these safety pins were here. I didn't want to take those out because I don't know how long they've been there. And there is the back of him. So there's no cracking or chipping to the porcelain. And overall, I think he's good condition for his age. I believe he's from the 1930s arena. I don't think he's much earlier from that. Some of the girl ones could be a little bit older, but I think this style is from the 30s. Measurement for him, he is about 10 inches and about 4.5 at the widest of his feet at the bottom. All right, that's the moose. I see you. And we're going to do a countdown, looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I don't know what he's stuffed with. It's not sawdust.
I hope it's money. I hope he's stuffed with money.
I don't think there's money in there. I really don't think so. All right, there is, just in case for Dusty, there's a bid from Karen. All right, Moose, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $18, and then I'll just back clean up. Karen, I got you for the kitty cat one, and then I did see her say that it's okay. We'll ask Jason to show again. Karen, just confirm that it's okay that the 2 Gibson girls go to KP. I'm all right with doing straight claims. I don't want to hold us up. Okay, Karen, okay. And I might have another one, Karen. I'll send you pictures of it. I'll look through the other ones I got. So, but KP, both ladies are yours. And Karen, the wedding ones are yours. So thank you guys so much. So $18. I married these a little bit ago, speaking of marriage, but they all kind of go together. So for 18, you'll get these 3 dime store poodles. These are the same era. No worries, guys. No worries at all. These are the same era as Amy's kitty cats on the chair. So it's the same time frame, Japan, dime store figurines, and these are really fun. So we have one sassy one standing up, and then the other 2 are just kind of hanging out. So it's from the same time frame, but the tall one definitely has some really fun, thick spaghetti. So what I love about these, and I didn't want to say it to Amy because her cats weren't as derpy as mine. I love the derpy faces that they put on these. To
Yeah,
me,
those poodles are always like that.
To me, that's like
poodle. The dogs are like that, but they are.
They always have a look of fright on their face, but that's what I love about them because to me, that is kitsch. The derpy little scared look on their face, I think, is really cute. So there's gold, pink details, and then, of course, the eyes. And they are stamped Japan. So this one here measures 3.5 inches tall. So, again, you get all 3 for 18 if anyone's interested. He or she's sort of begging. So you get that one. And, again, I often say this. If you guys have any of the lady shopper girls that don't have their poodles, these make a good marriage. You could put a little, wire around them. You could put a little string around them, and then these could be your temporary poodles until you find the original ones for them. So here's the second one you're going to get. This one is 2.5 inches tall. So this one is 2.5 inches tall. No issues to the little rosette on little poodle friend. This one is begging as well. Their eyes aren't as derpy here on this one. So this one here is the second one you're going to get. So $18 on all 3. And then this is the third one. And they're all in really good vintage condition. This one has paws over, crisscrossed applesauce there, kind of hanging out, kind of just getting ready to pounce. And this one measures about 1 3/4 inches tall. So mark Japan there. All the same red Japan on the bottom. This one has the red Japan on the bottom. So again, you get all 3 of them for $18. And this one has some really crazy heavy spaghetti going on here on the top and on the tail. So we'll hold them up one more time so you can see what they look like together. $18 if anybody's interested on the 1950s dime store or 12-cent store, like William said, 12-cent store. Woolworth little figurines, but we will bring them back in the recap. Over to you, Miss Amy.
Okay. I have a tin. They kind of look like they're dancing.
They do.
To the music from the cat band.
They do. They do.
Okay. I have a 10. It's going to start at 12. And I like the imagery. This does have a little bit of wear to it, FYI. But I like the daffodils for springtime. That's always the flower I associate with right now. It's usually the crocuses and the daffodils, or tulips. I guess they're tulips, not daffodils. And it is a candy tin, so it's a Helen Harrison candy tin. It would have come with 2 pounds in there. Now, it does have some rusting. Usually don't pick them up if they have this on there, but I liked the imagery for the front. And this one I don't believe you can find right now. It's from 1937. Copyright 1937, out of Chicago. I think that's pretty. Yeah. It just says Helen Harrison all the way around the circumference there. It does have Helen Harrison H stamp on the bottom. I've had a couple of her candy tins over the years. And it does have this wear spot right here. I did not want to try and scrub that off. I usually don't want to take like a magic eraser or anything to like this kind of a thing because it will take the paint. It'll take the paint right off. So I don't know. I liked it. I couldn't leave it. On the inside though, not really a whole lot of wear on the inside. It is nice and clean on there. So most of the rusting that I could see is kind of concentrated like on the edging of the lid. That's pretty much it. And I don't know if that is something else because I can feel it. It does have like a little texture to it, but I don't know if that's rust or that is something else, but I didn't want to scrub it off. It makes me nervous with these old graphics. It makes me nervous to do that. Deborah, I see you. Thank you so much. But yes, I think that is just really pretty. I love the bright colors in this one. And measurement for it's 8.5 inches in diameter, and then about 2 1/4 for the height on it. Okay, so Deborah's in there at 12, looking for 13 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. 1937.
I love that tin. I've never seen that one before.
And as far as I could tell, this came with like toffee in it.
Yummy.
That's what I could find out. All right, there is a bid end from Karen. All right, Miss Deborah, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $24, Amy, and I have a cute little composition jointed baby in her original.
Oh my gosh, look at her.
In her original attire. It's her original dress. With the research, I believe she's from somewhere between the 1930s and the 1940s. She's an American-made doll, and she is part of what they called the Dream Baby collection. So she would have been a little dream baby. Let's pull her bonnet up a little bit so you can see the great details. Again, she's composition. There's no breaks. There's no major chips. And she is jointed. So her arms are jointed so you can fully move her arms, and you can also fully move her legs if you want to. So she has her original little lace cotton style bonnet on. Let's take it off so you can see she has all these gorgeous details. Look at all those locks of hair there. Again, no damage. And usually this little doll series did not have any mark on it. The only condition is we do have a little bit of splitting starting here on the side, but I don't think that's major for her being a composition doll. So for her to be part of that series, she was American made. Funny, when I did my research online, nobody said what doll company made them, but when they were dressed in this attire and they had full jointed arms like this, they would have been part of that series. At some point, I don't know if it was earlier or later, they moved over and added some glass eyes. But to find the one with the hand-painted eyes, didn't seem to be one that
this manufacturer did the same. They did a variation of the quints too.
Got you. Okay, the Canadian quintuplets. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you can see that I thought she has like a fun little sun style dress on. You can see, look at that, the cotton, and then she has a little polka dots. It's very clean and it's original to her. Her under breeches are a little loose. So she lost a little bit of weight since she was first made. Her poor under breeches keep wanting to fall off. And then, of course, you can tuck her legs around however you want to and have her sit like little crisscross going.
It's really cute.
No damage. She had a little blue spot on her. It was almost like a rubber band or a crayon got next to it. I didn't want to clean it off too much because I was afraid that it would take off some of the paint. So I don't want to get too personal with her, but you can see that the underneath part, her belly, everything looks really good. Again, she's in her original attire. I was able to see online that this is an original dress. And you can also see here, let's undo, let me sit her here. I'll show you the snap. And you can see when you see her in person, you'll see that the stitching is all machine stitched. So it's not handmade. You can see, look, there's her original little button in very good condition. So Sandra, I see you're 24. Thank you so much. We're looking for 25 or more. The way she sits, she's about 7 inches tall, which is the right size for her to be part of that Dream Baby series. So again, maybe you want to iron a little bit. Maybe you want to take the bonnet off, but I thought she had a cute little sun style bonnet for your summer displays, maybe for your spring displays. And again, the fact that this dress, like these dresses, when they're like this, they remind me of a lot of christening dresses. And I'm just amazed that there's no tears or stains to that whatsoever. Just in very good vintage condition, especially for a doll that is from the 1930s, which that's what I believe she's from. So let's go ahead and count her down. Sandra's in at 24. Come on, girl. Let's pull your bonnet up a little bit so you can see that cute little face with blue eyes. Looking for 25 or more, and just in case for active bidders, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Next Easter, you could put an Easter egg there in between her hands, put a little Easter basket. She'd look cute with an Easter bunny next to her if it was the right dimensions. Just really fun when you find these, composition dolls that are in that good of condition. Someone loved her. So it looks like it's going to Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And yes, Melanie, I remember filming that whole set of Quints, one of the doll shows. I don't remember which one or what year it was, but it was like $700 for that set of Quints.
Yeah.
From that manufacturer. They're not easy to find, especially in good condition. All right. I have a piece of Bavaria china, which is not something I normally bring, but this was gorgeous. A couple Mondays ago, I went live and showed some things for my channel members from an estate sale I went to. And this particular lady had just amazing service pieces. She had a whole huge table collected of these. It's going to start at $10. This is made in Germany. It's Bavaria. And it's all hand painted. I thought that this was just really pretty. This was like a trinket tray. Some people could use these as nut dishes. It's a little bit larger than that. It's trimmed in gold, all hand painted, just very tiny details. And right in here is the signature of who hand painted it, but it's covered with little dots of blue amongst the gold, all the little forget-me-nots, just really pretty. There's some other service pieces that have that match this out there and about. There's the marking on the back. So it's Selb, Bavaria, and no chipping or anything to it. I love the handle. You, of course, could use this for whatever you wanted to. I think it would be a really pretty jewelry dish. Not necessarily for food, but I think I would use it on a dresser and put jewelry in it if it were me. Oh, yeah. I just had to get some of her pieces because they were all just, it was very hard to pick out because they were all just absolutely gorgeous. And I like forget-me-nots anyway. I've always liked it in ephemera or postcards. But I really like it when it's hand painted like that too. Measurement for this, it is 7.5 by 7. Dates to like 1910 to 1920s kind of era for this. I know they did this style of painting for quite a while. And it is marked favorite on the back. So maybe that was the name of that particular pattern that they painted, but I like the hearts in it too. I think that's also pretty for Valentine's Day, but I will probably keep that for myself. All right.
$15, Amy, $15. And this is a new pottery style to me. So this is a new pottery style to me. This is probably from the 20s or the 1930s, and I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to do my best to pronounce it right, and then I'll show you the vase. It is Tokanawa ware, and you spell it Tokanabe ware. Okay, and this is when they were still allowed to stamp Japan prior to World War II. So I thought this was a very moody style, and you can see some of the pottery actually has come through some of the black color. So this is a very traditional made in Japan pottery, a vase from probably the late 20s or early 1930s. You can see that a lot of the cold paint still remains, but it's a gorgeous moody. And if you are into these and collect these, they can run the gamut price-wise from $18 clear up to hundreds of dollars, okay? It also depends what style flower is on it. So it is a gorgeous little urn-style vase. See if I can show you. It's very faint, but it is stamped made in Japan right there by my finger. So you can see that it's stamped made in Japan. Also, the mold dimple here in the middle also helps verify that it is not a reproduction. Believe it or not, they did try to reproduce this style pottery. Tokenabe. Yes, that's how you say it, KP. You're exactly right. Tokenabe pottery from Japan, and it is the style of which the pottery was made into these vases. Again, it was new to me when actually Tina purchased this and brought it home. It's a heavy pottery piece. I actually thought it was painted glass. I thought it was painted in antiqued glass. No, it is a nice, heavy pottery vase. So I know folks with us like to decorate in more, early antique style things. I thought this might go with your Victorian, your moodier pieces. Believe it or not, the colorway I think actually would look good going into your summer, into those kind of decors. And I also thought it played off the color in the poppy on my hanky box. So I thought they kind of would have married each other beautifully. You can see the great texture on it. Again, this is not a defect to it. This is actually, because it's so old, this is some of the pottery color coming through some of the paint. It almost looks like dirt, but it's actually the color of the potter. It's actually the color of the clay that they used and then painted over top of it. So
it kind of like even looks like Goofus glass. And I know it's not Goofus glass, but it kind of like has that painting feel to it.
Same period, same everything. And I'm also with Joe. You could actually hold this and use this in your in your Halloween display. So believe it or not, in my research, the paint on this is really, really good. Some pieces that are highly sought after, some of the paint's almost completely gone. It measures 5 inches tall and about 3 inches wide. So again, I thought it would look really nice. Like imagine like my picture back there, how beautiful that would look as a detail. Maybe you had a gorgeous Gibson girl print on your wall. And again, that would just be a nice little detail on your end table, your nightstand. And it's in very, well, you're not going to be able to see the inside because it's black. So we'll just put it to the side. And if anyone's interested, we can talk about it in the recap. Over to you, Amy.
Right. This should be our last round, you guys. Should be our last round. I'm going to do a quick claim for my last round. And so I will give you a letter to claim. But I'm going to talk about them first. So I have a miniature bone china birdie family. I did just get these on Tuesday at the estate sale I went to. And I don't think I've ever had this particular set of birds. I don't know manufacturer. I don't believe that they're not Hagen Renneker. But these are more of not high glaze like Hagen Renneker typically is. But they do have stickers that say genuine bone china. So set of 3 little birdies. I like the tiniest the little baby bird is so cute. I'm just waiting for mama to feed it. The largest one is 2 1/4 by 2. Then the second largest is 1 3/4, and then the baby is just shy of 1 inches. And there's no chips on any of them, so you're gonna get them all together. These are gonna be $10, and the letter to claim, if you want the birdies, they are gonna be letter B for birds, B for birds, tweet, $10 for the set of bone china miniatures. They did have some more, but when I got there, this was the only set that they had left. Melanie, I see your letter B. They are coming to you. Thank you so much.
I'm going to take it from you, Amy. I'm going to do a quick claim on my last item. Instead of a bid round, we'll do a quick claim. I'll quickly show you, and then I'll give you a letter. And I'm going to sell this as a set. I purchased them from the same person, so I feel like they've lived a life together. So you're going to get all 3 of these for one money. I don't think these are Rio Hondo. I think they're the other California pottery company. But you're going to get the little hen. Okay, so you're going to get the little hen. Now she has a little glaze pop or a little chip on the back. Okay, but you're going to get her. And again, this time of the year, maybe even coming out of Easter, it's fun to decorate with these. They are hollow, but I don't think that they are Rio Hondo. So you're going to get her. Then you're going to get her counterpart, maybe her boyfriend, the rooster. Okay, so you get him. Now he has a little nip or a little glaze spot there on the back. These all measure, let me see here. The hen is 2.5, he's 3. So they're 2.5 and 3. So you're going to get both of them. And then you're going to get the fun pig. They make shakers that kind of look like him. Gosh. So he's very surprised on how big his ears are and how big his snout is. They detailed him with this fun daisy style flower on the back. And again, he is hollow like the other 3. So they're all 3 from the same exact California pottery company. And he's 2 inches tall. Okay. So I think these are super sweet. If anybody wants to set of 3, okay, so you get the set of 3. They're going to be just $15. $15. If anybody is interested, you'll get all 3 of them. Just put in the letter P. The letter P for pig. And you could have all 3 of them. I didn't realize that he had a little glaze pop until we went live, or I may have pulled them. But all right, Terry, they are yours, friend. Melanie, you came in after, but Terry, they are yours. Thank you so much.
They do kind of look like Rio Hondo, but I think you're right. I think they're that. I can never remember what that other company is.
I can't either.
That made those. I can't think of it. I'll think of it at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
You and me
I'll go live and tell you guys.
Okay.
At 2 in the morning. All right, we're going to move into our recap, you guys. So we'll bring items back again and show you. And these will, of course, if you're watching on the replay, you can always email and ask if something is still available. Yeah, it does look like the pig is officiating their wedding.
It does. Oh my God, Renee, you're right. It does.
So these are going to be quick claim items. So if there is something that you are interested in, we'll do a brief description of the item again, plus the price. So try and type in the keyword or whatever we tell you to type into the chat with the price so that we know what you are trying to claim. If there is more than one person that claims the same item, we will do a quick countdown to break any ties. It will turn right back into a regular bid round just in case this can be in play, that sort of thing. All right. Good night, KP. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye, KP.
So Jason, I'll pull you over.
Okay.
And maybe if I can remember how to do that. There we go.
All right. For my first round, I had my made in Germany. I believe it's probably from the 1930s. It is a calendar topper of the little kitty cat. It does have the holly on it. It says greetings. I believe that the calendar part would have been down there. But most people, once the calendars were no good, kept the top. So it's a sticker. Cardboard. It is heavily embossed. A lot of folks, if this doesn't sell, this will go to the holiday show. A lot of people really are into the early German embossing, especially when it has holly on it. So this measures 8 by 4 3/4. If anyone's interested, you can put holly 18, holly 18. It is marked Saxony, which is a town in Germany. So it was printed in Germany. So if anyone's interested in that, you put holly 18, especially the crossover from greetings from, Christmas with the holly and the cat. It's a really good collectible piece. I know it isn't Christmas, but I figured with the cat, it's an all year kind of thing. So it'd be holly 18. I had my one postcard remaining. This one was postmarked 1906 on the back. Somebody said Mom owes me a letter, but this is the Twins Caress. So that's the Twins Caress. If anybody wants that, you can put twin 5 on the cute little kitty cats. Postcard twin 5. I had my Japanese pottery vase. That would be vase 15. Vase 15. I had my 3 poodles remaining, the dime store poodles. 18. If anyone's interested, should be poodle 18. He's very surprised that he hasn't been claimed. You can tell by the look on his face. Should be Poodle 18, so you'll get him. And he's 3.5 inches tall. This guy here is 2.5 inches tall. So Poodle's 18. You get all 3 of them. Again, they're really fun. Like I say, if you have those shopper girls and you're missing Poodles, you can, wire them up. And then for 28, I had my early Pyography hanky box with the poppies on the front. Again, thank you, John. Poppies are the California. It's their state flower. Poppies are in bloom right now, so you could put this in your current display. It's in very good condition. I like the red. Poppies also remind me of military, so you could use this in your 4th of July display if you want to. So if anyone's interested, you could put in box 28. Box 28. Thank you, Amy.
All right. I had my, I just showed this. I had my antique Bavaria, little service dish, nut dish, trinket tray, whatever. That was 10. So you could put dish 10. Dish 10 if you, Leanne wants to see your poodles again. And I'll pull Jason back over. There you go.
All right, Leanne, let me show you up closer. Let me actually put the black behind here so I can do these poor guys justice. So here is the tall one. You can see that there's chunky gold spaghetti on the top. So it's pink, white with gold, and it has the little rosette here on the front. So no damage. So you get him, and he is 3.5 inches tall. You will get the second one. These don't have the heavy spaghetti. The smaller ones don't, but they have the pink little rosette. They have pink gold, and the undercolor is white. No chips or cracks. He's 2.5 inches tall. And then this little guy right here, he's crisscrossed applesauce with the front paws, got the little pink rosette. And he, at the tallest point on the top of his head, he's about 1 3/4 inches. And they are all marked Japan on the bottom. Leanne, thank you so much. They are very happy. Thank you so much.
Poodles got a home. Yay.
Thank you.
They're so cute. I usually, if I see those, it's just the little one with the crisscross paws. I never find them all together like that. So congrats, Leanna. All right. Yes, I will put this reminder up here. If you guys haven't taken your Easter goodies down, I know a lot of people leave them out for the whole month of April. We definitely would love if you send us some photos, some more to work with, to ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. You can email as many photos as you would like. Just make sure and include a brief description to go along with your photos. Or if you want us to mention your name or not, you can be anonymous. Anonymous shares are totally fine too. But yeah, we would love some new photos. I do have some to work through, but I am trying to spread them out a little bit. So community share will be back next Thursday. Reminder for invoicing. Don't forget to email us your information if you have not done that already, especially if you're a brand new buyer to either one of us. Do make sure and email us with your YouTube screen name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. I will be doing my invoicing tomorrow, so I will send you an email or a message on Instagram when your invoice has been sent at some point tomorrow. And Jason, do you want to talk about?
Yes, thank you, Amy. Invoices, you'll get them by Saturday night from us, maybe earlier, but Saturday night. And then please join Tina. I don't know what exactly she'll be doing. I think it's jewelry. I don't know what kind of jewelry, so you'll have to check her out on Whatnot. 7 p.m. Eastern. She is Mother Tucker's Tina. In case you are not following her, please do. And yeah, Amy, thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you, guys.
All right. Before we say goodnight, I did want to pop this up here. Next Thursday for Fantastic Finds, it's a little special. We might be doing some special things next Thursday, but Jason and I have been doing Fantastic Finds for 3 years next week. So I can't believe it's been 3 years. It feels like it hasn't been that long, but it has. So come celebrate with us next Thursday. We might have some special things in store next week. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Community Share will be back as well. And before we sign off, Miss Dusty Moose, have a wonderful birthday.
28, Dusty. 28.
Eternally. Yes. Eat some cheese, Dusty. I'll eat some cheese in your honor to celebrate. All right. Big thank you to Karen and Kim and Gavin for helping us out in the chat tonight.
And William, thank you for interrupting me 2 different times tonight, William. Thank you. I appreciate that, Willie.
And thank you all for being here and hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And we'll see you back here next week for Fantastic Finds. 3 years. Woohoo.
Got it.
Good night, you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.